Recording started. I got an amazing coffee. Oh. I forgot to put Zoe in my side first. Yeah, let's go. Oh, I just thought of something. They can't see Nix's chat when I record. Oh well. We'll read whatever we need to. Hey, future viewers. That's a secret recording that nobody can hear except for you.
Hello, Mimic.
Hello, hello.
Oh, I put that in the wrong spot.
Did you now? Also, let me unmirror the video.
Okay. It was mirrored earlier. Wait, I need to fix that then.
Yeah, move me back to my chair. It shows it mirrored in the guest star, but then it's not mirrored on my. That's so weird. Hello, everyone.
That is really weird.
Hello, Mr. Teaspoons.
Hello.
And hello, Dreams. Thank you for the sub.
Thank you for the resub, Dreams.
3 months. Let's go.
And hello, Mr. Teaspoons.
How's everyone doing this fine morning?
Enjoying my lovely tea. How are you, Mimic?
I'm great. Enjoy my lovely coffee. Let's check our audio. I'm great. Enjoy my lovely coffee. Let's check
what time
our
is
audio.
it? It's tired. What time is it? Oh, Mr. Teaspoons, it's midnight. Go you. Wow. Thank you for stopping by.
Thank you, thank you. So you want to do some introductions next? Tell us what's happening here. Who are you? Who is me?
Ruling my workplace, believing I'm doing work. Yeah, we can do introductions again like last time.
I don't think we're gonna do introductions every time.
Yeah.
Let's see what I wrote here. Good time zones, everyone. Thank you for joining us for another Nameless vTuber podcast with your host. It's you, the streamer. You go first.
With our host here is Mimic.
No, you go you first.
Me.
With our
Nix
host,
Oleander.
Nix. Who are you, Nix?
I'm good.
Ask who are you, not how are you.
Who? Obviously, I'm not awake yet. But that's fine.
I'll introduce her. Nix is a magical elf turned to a mushroom. She's adorable. She's a variety streamer. She's doing study streams. She's doing all kind of things. She's also pretty cool. She's addicted to coffee and energy drinks.
Hey, I'm drinking tea today.
She's addicted to tea and coffee and energy drinks. She has this friend co-host, Mimic. MS Elboim doing D&D tower, has googly eyes on the nipples. And this
Wait,
is
what?
only for today. And this is VTuber, Nameless VTuber podcast MVP. Let's go! Woo! You had one job,
So my
Nix.
co-host.
We're gonna
I had
train
one
her.
job.
This entire show is to train Nix to do introductions properly.
This just tells you I can't do introductions IRL.
You're gonna work on that as well. This is gonna improve your introductions in real life.
Yes, it will. We have the lovely Mimic with us who does surprisingly a lot of D&D. A lot of D&D. And has googly eyes on his shirt.
She could be.
Good morning, lady.
Hello, lady.
And we have
Lady dies a
actually
lot.
interesting. Lady dies a lot. Yes.
Why
Many
does-
lives.
Why does she die a lot?
Mimic, my eyes are down here.
Not many people know that, but I'm actually the hat. The rest of the body is just the bait.
Because I suck. Lady, you don't suck.
So how's everyone? What are you doing today? Nix, what's the topics?
What am I? We
So-
are. So,
Nix,
how
what's the
dare
topics?
you don't suck, lady. So, after we have done our lovely introductions, which I obviously cannot do,
It's fine, we're gonna do it for you. Chat, every time Nix gonna do introductions, you're gonna introduce her to new viewers.
oh no, that's a bad call.
Yeah. Every time
That
there's a
is-
raid, you're like, oh, we're gonna introduce the streamer because she can do it. And then
Because she can't do it. All right, so we're gonna go into the first topic, and that is going to be how viewers call you versus how other VTubers call you.
oh, and do you know why I chose that topic?
I do, because I made a Twitter post on it.
Yeah, not only you, it's been trending like crazy. The recent Twitter, even I did that. The recent Twitter post of how to
Oh,
call
that's
me
true.
and the numbers, the rate, how to call people. You wanna do us the Gremlin roar to everyone so they know what we're talking about?
Just play her gremlin roar. That will do the trick.
Give us the.
I had Mimic here next easily scared has a gremlin voice as an elf still studying. Does that sound right? That sounds right.
Sounds perfect.
That sounds about right, lady.
Nix.
Yeah. Our first topic is how do viewers call you versus how other VTubers call you?
Mm-hmm.
I think this is a really interesting one, actually.
The one.
Mimic, would you like to start?
Yeah,
Or-
let me go to my my tweet. You can go to your tweet as well, so I can remember. Basically, I divided it in two parts because I go by MS Elboim, but I also go by Elboim Mimic, and that was kind of a trick I did at first to see who's going to call me just Elboim and who's going to call me Mimic. Because when you see me in chat, hi, you see MS Elboim says hi, and you see it for the first time. I get the vibe if people how much they care about me. Nix will always say Mimic, right? Like I will always say Nix. But there are some people that I collab with, people that I got the feeling that I'm not sure if they want to collab with me again or not. They kind of maybe ghost me, but they're busy. I don't know. When I go to their chat, I go, "Hey, Elboim, how are you?" Or sometimes me, MS, hello. And there's all kind of variations. And then the people who can't even read the name, it's not Elboim, it's Elboim, hello. Or some people call me El. And there's the cute little sisters who call me Mimi. There's a lot of little sisters who call me Mimi. I mean younger VTubers. And there's Mimic and there's Izu, the only one who calls me Mikun. I'm the only one who calls her Izuchi. It's kind of very Japanesey. So yeah, ideally, Mimic is the ideal. Not only you have shit pronunciation.
It's okay. I do too.
It's part of
It's
the
not just
fun.
you.
And
Exactly.
and then when I wrote that tweet, man, some people came and added the names. Where's that name? Where's that name? Like Ella asked, "Where's Boim?" Because she's the only one who calls me Boim.
Oh.
And because she's the only one who calls me like that, I forgot about it.
Oh, Mimic Senpai.
So what about Oni-chan? What about Senpai? There's one who calls me another Israeli VTubers who call me Mimic Senpai, and they're only ones who call me Mimic Senpai. So I kind of forgot about it.
Oh.
It's so cute.
Yeah, you kind of don't really remember it until someone brings it up for you.
Yeah, exactly. Basically, I think this thread was kind of telling people, "Hey, my name is Mimic. Elboim is my store name. If you want to, you can call me whatever, but I'll feel closer to you if you call me Mimic." And I also saw another post. This is why I did that. A post of some random VTuber. I don't even remember the name. Who wrote something in the likes of, "If I don't call you your nickname." Did you post that?
That was me.
That was you.
That was me.
I'm like saying that. Oh my god, Nick's posted it. If I'm calling your full name, look at that. If I'm calling your full name, doesn't mean that I don't like you. I'm not your friend. What is it? Tell us the story about that post.
Can I ask why you have your tongue out? Oh, Mimic. What?
So I can eat you.
Yes. Well, we have cookies. We have cookies.
Yeah, we have a mushroom here.
So
I'm talking about Zoe.
This was actually something that was has been on my mind for a while now, because I have a lot of people who go by nicknames, but because I was never said, "Hey, you can call me by this name," I continued to call them by their stream name as it shows.
So like,
though,
I'm MS Elboim and I tell you, you can call me Mimic and you keep calling me MS Elboim.
That is different. If you say that I can call you Mimic, then I will call you Mimic, because then that also tells me that's what you want to be called by.
Okay.
But then if you didn't tell me what name you'd want it to go by, I would read from your stream name.
Oh.
I would say, is it Miss Elboim? Is it MS Elboim? Is it Elboim? Because I wouldn't know that there was a second part to it. I wouldn't know that there's Mimic.
It's Mimic sus Elboim. The MS.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I should change my Twitter handle to Mimic sus Elboim, and everybody will know what's the MS Elboim.
Yeah. So then there was that, and like I was talking with someone, and they were just kind of like, why don't you call me by my nickname?" And I'm just kind of like, do you not like me? I was like, no, that's not it. It's just like, you never told me, or you never asked if I wanted to call you by your nickname, or never told me that I could. And so I just went with your full name. And so my tweet was, this was brought to my attention, just because I call you by your full name, not a nickname everyone calls you, doesn't mean I don't like you. It's just that I wasn't given permission from you to call you by a nickname.
Oh.
Because nicknames can sometimes be with someone you have a close bond with. And so if you give one person permission to call you by a nickname, it could be they are doing that because it could have been through a collab and you guys had a really close bond, ended up having a nickname out of that, and now it's just a nickname between the two people. But then suddenly everyone's calling you that and you don't feel comfortable. Kind of how like you said that there's a couple of other Israeli streamers who call you Mimic Senpai, but then you kind of forgot because no one else calls you that.
Yeah.
And then you have someone else who comes back and calls you Mimic Senpai, and then you remember. But maybe there's nicknames that you don't like and you don't want other people to say it.
Oh, I see what you mean.
And so it's just a question of like, if I'm not given permission to call someone by another name, or if they say like, you can call me X or Y, either or work, then I'll go with the one that's more comfortable or the one that's more used. But if you don't tell me you can call me either or, I'm just going to go with your normal name. Because I tell people you can call me Nix or Nixie, but most people will just stick with Nix.
I didn't hear Nixie ever. So you say, you talk about a case where someone expected you to basically read their minds.
Yes. Nix is cuter.
Like these. Oh, Nix, what's the name of that band? The band that starts with Imagine something?
Imagine Dragons.
Imagine Dragon is nuts.
This time we have it live.
How did you cooperate?
Of course I would.
I got so many VTubers with that this week.
Okay, you got me for the first time yesterday.
I didn't get you for the second time, I think.
You got me for the second time today. Hello, Smokey. Welcome in.
I think that's the third time. I got you twice on the same stream.
Did you? Maybe you did.
I think I did.
Maybe you did. Possibly.
Or was it someone else? I got someone like 3 times in the same stream. That was a very unexpected.
Oh, that was me.
That was you. Yeah.
That was me. Are we gonna do all the jokes? I don't know if it comes upon. Maybe we might. I don't know.
Let's do it. Nick says Ligma, by the way. Very
Ligma?
Yeah. Ligma balls.
Okay.
Cannot believe she didn't know about Ligma.
Next, do you remember Candace? Who's Candace?
Candy's nuts fit in your mouth.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, it's so pure, Nix.
Do you know Sugma?
Sugma balls.
I feel like they're like on the back of my mind. I was like, I don't remember them.
These are the most common
like,
one. Sugma dick.
Have you been to Saucon?
Saucon is nuts.
Vibe check? That one's new. I haven't heard that one yet. I haven't heard that one yet. You control her so easily. I feel like, do you like CDs and tapes? I probably have a CD around me, actually.
CDs nuts tape in your mouth? I don't know that one.
I don't know that. Yeah, I don't know them.
There was a really good one with Gura when she was struggling with the graphics settings of some game, and everybody in chat was, Gura, activate, go to settings, activate OBD. She's like, what's OBD? What? And she's looking for the OBD, and then the chat, OBD is nuts.
Oh my gosh.
I love it. These
That's
nuts
actually...
jokes. So I can tape these pee on your face so you can see these nuts.
Oh my god. Honestly, you could probably get me with any of these jokes.
We're gonna train Nix. We're gonna train her. So what's like your favorite name to be called and your least favorite name to be called?
Oh, I don't think I have a least favorite so far. I think everything.
I know some VTubers, there are words that they banned from their chat because they hate them so much.
I don't have any words banned yet. That's the thing.
I know a VTuber.
Like...
I will change the details so you don't know who that is. They were called, let's say Goofus, Goofy. Let's say Goofy. They've been called Goofy. Oh, you're so goofy. They've been called Goofy by someone they hate so many times that they banned the word Goofy from chat.
Oh, reminds me of the ugly nickname. Okay, but that's an actual nickname that I have.
What, ugly?
Yeah, that's an actual IRL nickname that I have.
Oh, wow. Who called you that name?
My cousin.
Oh my god. Do you call her Stinky in return or something? At least.
No, I don't. I've seen that happen by a mod. Yeah. I know mods will sometimes, not my mods, but I've seen on other channels, like someone will go in and just like say something that's like random and then they'll be blocked by a mod.
I thought of the other way around, like a mod abusing their power. I really hate that. If I'm really careful with my mods, I only take people that I really trust and like. But and I have like 30 mods, right? But
yeah,
if I see any of my mods abuse their powers, it's immediate unmod. I don't care who that is. I just really don't believe they
always,
will do it, but you know, I just thinking about it
you
drives
can't
me
be
crazy.
sure. You can't be sure. But yeah, for nicknames, I feel like there's Nix, there's Nixie. I feel like that one isn't used as much. It's used here and there. Um,
What about names that you call
Mushroom.
other VTubers? Like, is there a VTuber that you give them a special name that nobody else gives them?
No, I think for all streamers, I call them. What about? See, like I don't. For me,
Mommy
I don't
Nix.
mind that. Like, it's because it's to me, I see it as a joke. Like, I'm not kidding. I see that as a joke. That's why, like, it's. I don't. When I see it, it's completely fine. And like some of them, like I know are like joke names, and so it's just kind of like that's okay if I'm called that.
If you had to give me a different name, not Mimic, what would you call me?
Are we talking joking name or an actual name?
I don't know, whatever you want. Like a pet name.
A pet name? I probably would go with Mikun.
Mikun. Yeah, nice. I think Nix is short and perfect. I can try Nixie. Nixish.
I think I think Nixie would be like the next closest thing.
I can go with Nixish.
Nixush.
Nixish. The sush is Nixush is like a chan in Hebrew. It's like Mimic is
really?
gonna be Mikush, and Nix gonna be Nixish. That's like the chan that you call for sweet people. And we call it for social media as well. Instagram is Instush, and Twitter is Tweetush. TikTok is TikTush. That is so stupid.
That's actually kind of cute.
Yeah, because it's like teenager valley girls like I upload my images to Twitter, to Twitch, and to Instash, and my YouTube's and Dadush. They've been tagging me to the Malush. It's a joke thing, is.
So then, Mimic, let me ask you: has there been a nickname that you've had that someone called you that you didn't like?
I'm not telling it to Ella because she really like calling me Boing Boing, but I don't like Boing Boing so much.
It sounds cute, but yeah, I can understand.
I don't know. It's like I like the name Elboim, but I want people to call me Mimic. So when people call me Elboim or Elbiom, it's like it's so stupid, right? But it's like, oh my god, you can't even figure my name. You can't even bother to do the basic research.
Okay, I'll be honest. The first time I saw your name, I really was just, how do you say this? How do you say this? And so when we first did our collab, I asked you, how would you like to be addressed? Because I could not say your name.
And many people ask that. I don't expect you to ask, but if you already call me Mimic in one collab, and then next time you call me Elboim again, I feel like I mean, you know those stories about it's like a second date and you don't remember my name.
Oh,
you know, it's like I start next to hey Oleander. Why I collab with someone and they will repeatedly call me hey my friend, here's my friend, hey friend, and what's with that person? Why are they calling me my friend? What is that? It's so weird. And it gives you the feeling like they don't really care about you, which could be completely not true, right? Could be they're dealing with other stuff. But I think when you do business with people, and first and foremost, this is business relationship, right? It's networking. That's how I see it, at least. I think it's really important to learn about the people that you're going to work with and do some basic job, know the name of the person.
Yeah. So then how do you feel if you're in someone's chat for the first time and they see your name and they just call you by MS Elboim?
If it's the first time, I will not judge them. That's expected. That's how they're going to call me, right? But many people ask me, oh, I'm sorry, I butchered your name. How do I call it? And I go, Mimic is okay. Usually, I will go like, Mimic is okay. And I will add the emote of my dice form spinning. And that instantly tells people who I am, because people see me on Twitter, and I've been told that I'm everywhere on Twitter. And usually,
I've seen it.
Usually,
I believe it. I've seen it.
Usually when people see that, they're like, "Oh, Mimic, you're the dice. I know you." And that's great.
Actually kind of how. Yeah, because before I actually reached out to you, I had seen your Twitter all over your, like, I had seen your model all over Twitter, and I'm just kind of like, this is one popular dice. And I was kind of thinking that, but it took me so long to actually like reach out to you. But I literally saw you everywhere.
Personally, I think it's a mistake. I wish I could do that on Twitch and not on Twitter. I don't know why I'm so good at Twitter and so terrible at Twitch. Because Twitch is the moneymaker and Twitter is not. But Twitter is easy. It's fun. It's simple. You know, you take it with you everywhere on the phone. You just post a tweet, and sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
Yeah.
Bite-sized creativity. Every day after the stream, I sit down, think of a meme, post the meme, then people steal the meme, then I post a new meme. That's the cycle of Twitter.
That's pretty much how it is, to be honest. Which is sad.
I've seen, actually, it's a side topic, another person who... we're going to talk about some dramas that I've seen this week. All of these dramas are involving people who, at one point, I thought I'm going to collab with, and they ghosted me, and they ghosted me for a long time. So these are problematic people that I mark them as problematic. I'm not surprised to see them involved in kind of drama. One of them has also been making memes, and like me, they got their memes stolen by a lot of people. So stolen means that someone takes the meme PNG and posts it like they made it. And if someone steals my meme, usually I don't care. Sometimes I would comment and say something like, "Oh, look, my meme, it reached so far," or something. There was someone that's pretty big, and I collabed with them, and they stole my meme. We were following each other, and they stole my meme. And I told them in private, "Hey, that's my meme, you know? Can you at least next time know that it's my meme? All of the memes on my page and my profile, I made them, and so on." And they said like, "Well, I just find the meme on the internet. Why don't you watermark them?"
Is that why every single meme you have now has a Mimic watermark?
Yes, so I added the watermark to every single one. And
I noticed that.
Tell myself, you know what? If people see the watermark, they will think twice before reposting that, because it's more embarrassing to see the dice model there. And at first I did my name, like an invisible MS Elboim, but I thought, you know what, the dice for my model, it's a bit more clean and nice. Hey Nixie, yeah. Hey Captain Muffy.
Hello, Captain Muffy.
So this other person, they actually started posting watermarks of their name, and people kept stealing their memes with the watermark.
Oh.
So at one point they got really mad, pissed off this week, and they retweeted, "Please stop doing that. That person has been stealing my memes every day, even with the watermark." And I saw that from the side. I didn't really get involved, but it's so frustrating to see that from the side. And many people reacted like, "Hey, it's a free state. Like, you know, you can't expect to upload something on the internet and then people won't steal it." It's okay. It's part of the internet.
Yeah.
Kind of feel like an artist for the first time. How artists feel like when you repost their stuff. Which obviously artists work tens of hours on art, and a meme is like 1 hour, or it's nothing.
But it's still like, I feel like it's still that time that you put in, regardless of how long, because it's your own creativity you're putting in there.
Yes.
And then someone is just easily taking credit for your creativity.
Yes.
Where their effort was to maybe screenshot, clip, copy, download, and then just repost it.
It's just disgusting. But you know what? Every person who steals stuff, they get their punishment. They will get involved in some big stuff, and you know. Oh, time to ban someone. Let's go. Good mods.
I don't have any mods. No one's awake.
Mod me right now. Do it. /mod MS Elboim.
I was gonna ask, how do I do that?
You write /mod space MS Elboim.
Did it work?
Mods have allowed your message. What?
There we go.
Oh. Now it works.
There we go.
No
There we go.
permission to ban. Well, maybe. Hello. Okay.
I missed it.
Oh my god.
Why don't we move on to the next one where I feel like that kind of leads into it a little bit so we're gonna go into parasocial relationships.
Oh wait, why is shield mode on?
I normally have shield mode on.
You want shield mode off usually.
Oh really?
Yeah, because you want people to write in the chat. Mods have allowed your message. Why is there an auto mod that allows me message every time? Nix, what is going on with your chat?
Oh, that shouldn't be the case.
Every message I write, there's an auto mod. Mods have allowed your message. Happy chatting.
I wonder if that's because you turned off shield mode.
No, it was before. That's why I turned it off, but it's still happening.
Oh.
Show messages cut by off. Oh, I'll turn this off. Show more. No, this should be on. That is so weird. Test.
Fun fact, no one ever told me that.
That is so strange.
No one ever told me that, and I had people help me set up my
No, I still see it. Auto mod. Mods have allowed your message. Happy chatting. What?
So what happens if we turn shield mode back on?
Test 3, and that's a good time to talk about no, it's still talk about scuff on stream. You see, some people rather start late and deal with scuff later, but I would rather start on time and deal with scuff on stream. There have been 18 tech issues. Let's go.
There's been much more, but because I've had so many tech issues and I accept it and I'm okay with it, we have a tech counter. I'm okay with the scuff, and we all know that.
I'm going to
revert
auto mod to defaults. A lot of moderation, some moderation, a little moderation. I see the problem here.
Which one?
Could be. I'll put auto mode on some moderation on level 2. And we'll see attempt. Oh, now it's fine. Yeah, okay.
Okay.
We turn this off and we turn off shield mode. Turn off. Auto mode is allowed. What? Why? Nix, why?
I don't know why.
Other viewers, other chatters, can you chat and tell me, do you get the auto mod message, mods have allowed your message every time you type something?
No one's ever told me that.
That is so strange. Let me refresh your stream.
So it could be that they have been seeing that, but I've never seen it on my end.
That is so strange.
I've never been told.
Never seen that. Let me Google that while you tell me how you deal with scuff.
No, I didn't. Yeah, there's no one's ever told me that they had that issue. I wonder if it's just a mod view.
No, mods told you that either. Okay, I refreshed and now it doesn't appear. So
Okay.
I don't know why. It's so weird. I'm free from auto mod. Let's go.
I'm free from auto mod.
Well, turn it off and on again. That's the solution. Now, where are we? What's the next?
How do you deal with scuff quickly? How do you deal with scuff?
How do you deal with scuff? Wait, is the next one?
No, we're gonna go sidetrack for a second.
Like this. I'm going to sidetrack. I'm gonna stop everything. We're gonna deal with scuff together. I'm gonna ask the chat. I'm gonna Google what needs to be done, and I'm kind of giving this timer in my head of like, we deal with that for 5 minutes. If in 5 minutes we can't deal with that, we just hide it under the bed sheets and I write to myself to deal with it after the stream.
Lifts up the bed sheets, tucks it under. We'll do it afterwards.
Yeah.
Take a nap for now.
Oh, I want to say about the names that I sometimes try to give unique names to other VTubers, like Peony. I call it Peony-chan or P-chan or stuff like that. Nix will be Nixush from now on, if I remember. Nixush.
If I remember.
So how do you deal with scuff?
I embrace it. I say, you know what? We're going to figure this out. I also have like a timer, like I go 5 minutes. If I can't figure it out within 5 minutes, I say I'll deal with it later. But if it's such a big issue, there have been a couple times where I restarted my stream because that didn't just fix all the problems. That fixed everything. Sometimes it couldn't be fixed, and so I would have to deal with it throughout the whole stream. But most of the time, sometimes I have to restart my PC. Most of the time, I kind of embrace it. If we can fix it while we go, we fix it. If not, I check it under the bed. We leave it in for after stream.
Mm-hmm.
But at this point now, I feel like everyone in my stream expects there to be scuff, and so they come in prepared. And they're okay with that, I think. I hope.
When I look back, I've been streaming for 8 months. The first stream I had, my computer crashed 3 times. And then for the next 2 months, I didn't do collabs at all. I only streamed it myself. And every stream was a different kind of scuff that I need to deal with. If it's audio setting, muting myself by mistake, a stream crash. I turned off my stream by mistake one time. Hotkeys messed up with all kind of stuff. Deleted my assets on stream. A game that I played that for some reason didn't capture properly. It just it flickered the entire session. Games that choked my CPU, so they dropped down to like 10 FPS. And slowly you learn the limitations of your system and all kind of shortcuts. And now I feel really confident of dealing with almost any situation, which is really amazing, because when I started, one of the reasons I didn't start earlier is because it is so frightening. You look at OBS, you look at VTube Studio, and it looks so frightening. There's so many things. VTubers that I show them how to change the colors of their model, they are so overwhelmed. When I wanted to change the colors of my model, I show you a bit of the different colors. When I wanted to change these colors, I didn't know how to do it, and I didn't want to ask someone because I wanted to do it by myself. Ghost Mimic. So what I did is I started a stream, an art stream, and I wrote in the title, "Messing with VTube Studio Art." And for like 2 hours, this is what I did. I learned how to use VTube Studio Art, and now I do it like instinctively. And it's so fun. You do it so
naturally.
It is so fun. There's so many abilities for that. That's really great. So highly recommend.
Welcome,
hey, Facto. Welcome. Good morning.
Good morning. Well, actually, I think it's afternoon.
Good time zone to you.
Good time zone. Good afternoon.
In my brain, we're on a morning show.
Yes, because it is morning for me. It is a morning show.
And Mimic usually wakes up at this time, so it's morning for me as well. Let's go. How are you?
I woke up early again, thinking I overslept.
You woke like an hour early. That's great.
I was.
Do you want to go to the
Yes, we can go to the next one.
Before Power Social, let's go to 3. To the Smash or Pass, because that would be a great segue to Power Social relationships.
Okay.
Which is, I think, the big one for today.
Yeah.
Right. So, have you ever done a Smash or Pass?
I haven't.
Or
I've watched them, but I have never myself participated or put my thing in for a Smash or Pass.
So, when I started being a VTuber, one of the tips I got is be everywhere and participate in everything. That's why I was all over the place in Twitter. Every time someone collabs, be there, join any collab. You need to make yourself known. So I spammed my picture in every Smash or Pass. And I did a Smash or Pass with other people. The concept of Smash or Pass VTubers is so weird, because it's not like you're smashing passing Pokemon or something. You're smashing and passing other people. That is so cringe when you think about it. Now, let's be honest.
Every time I see that on Twitter, I'm just kind of thinking like, do the people who put this in realize that they're either gonna feel good or bad coming out after this, because
Yes.
another streamer is gonna be ranking them based off of how they look.
How the model looks.
Yeah.
Um,
And I don't think people realize that until they see the rankings.
yes. Actually, I have a lot of weird experiences with Smash or Pass, and in the way that now I do not recommend participating in them. On the one hand, it will allow another VTuber, most likely bigger than you, to look at your model. On the other hand, it's gonna be an embarrassing judgment. So I have good experience and bad experiences. Usually, if I participate, I put a really stupid picture. So if I get rejected, I don't care. You know, it's like it's part of the fun. So I remember the first time I did a Smash or Pass with another VTuber. She didn't even know what Smash or Pass means. I was like, you know what Smash and Pass means, right? And she was like, no. She saw the trend. And to those who don't get it, Smash or Pass means would you, if that was a real person, would you have sex with them? Or would you pass on that? Smash, in other words, mean fuck. Would you do that? That's the kind of Smash or Pass, right?
Yeah.
So I've seen all kind of combination. Another VTuber did a kiss or hug version instead of Smash or Pass, like a more say-so one. Smash or Pass, yeah. Talking about the concept of Smash or Pass. VTubers who write on Twitter, put your PNG and I will smash or pass you on stream. Let's go. And recently, Lashaila Rose and I did a Smash or Pass D&D characters. Which was a bit more interesting, but still we had to skip some people. And you have to give like awkward reasonings like, oh, this person has too much muscles for me. Oh, this person looks like they're poisonous, so I don't know. Deep inside, you think, am I sexually attracted to that person or not? And that is so awkward. That's really, really weird to do.
It is, especially since like you also have to think that the people who are probably putting in like their PNGs are people that you actually know and probably collab with.
Sometimes, yes.
Yeah.
Or they expect you to like them or collab with them or mention them.
Or there's the people who, because they think, oh, I am A tier or S tier on your chart, I can now contact you to collab because you like me.
Yes, that is very dangerous. Now there are cases like Valis, for example, put me in an S rank after we collabed, but she was like, oh, that's Mimic, I know Mimic, I have to put him there. So it's kind of like she put me there because she knows me, although it's a dice form, so it's kind of a joke. And I've seen other people do that as well. Oh, that's my friend, I'll put them high. But then there are cases, there was a recent case, someone looked at me and say, oh, Mimic, no, Mimic is too embarrassing. No, I know Mimic is a friend. No, it's too embarrassing. No, and then pass. And it could be really embarrassing, but deep inside, I think maybe they don't like to collab with me. Because they smashed all of these weird people they don't know. Actually, that's really, really awkward because they smashed like 8 people that I know that most likely got in there after I retweeted a Smash or Pass, but they passed me. And that's so meaningless, but it still gives you that feeling like you've been dropped for all of these people that they don't know because they know you and they don't like you, and that's why you've been passed.
It's also kind of like the way that like how you were explaining it and the way I see it is like they are looking at it as if like they know you, so they wouldn't want to do anything. But then like a random person comes by and they're like, okay, they're attractive, I'll smash. Was like, you would smash a random person,
but
than
not me.
Someone you actually, yeah.
It's like you know me and you rather not smash me because you don't like. I mean, That's the weird thing. In my head, the only reason you would smash someone random who looks good is I mean you explain it. I can't even explain it. You explain it better than I can, honestly. You'd rather smash the only reason you would smash someone random and not smash someone that you know is because you know and you don't like them. That's my head.
Mm-hmm. It's that sense of uncomfortableness of like, you know, this person, you've talked to this person, and then suddenly they're in front of you and you're given the option of smash or pass. And you're obviously going to pass because you know them and you don't want to make anything uncomfortable with you two in the future. Whether or not you mean it intentional or not. Or yeah, lady, it's what the other person is basically a one-night stand then.
And then we come to a different problem with that. The one night stand, right? You ended the smash list and you see like 20 people who's been smashed. And you think to yourself, what is going on here? Like if I do a smash or pass, when I did once or twice, my smash list is very small. It's like 1 people, 2 people, 3 people. But then some people, you see like 20 people in the smash list. Like, what is going on? And then the weirdest and most uncomfortable thing for me, I've seen at least 3 times a smash or pass where someone would donate money or subs or bits and they will automatically go to smash. Like, hey X, oh my god, thank you for sub, oh my god, I love you so much, you're gonna smash, we're going to smash now. And they move them to smash, to smash. And I don't want to use that, I don't want to use that word, but you know which word I'm thinking about. That's
yeah, lady.
Horny jelly. Someone you know, you'll see them more often ever after.
Yeah. I think that's a good lead into parasocial relationships.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to talk about it. Because it's exactly what you said. That after smash for money. Yeah. It makes you feel like the VTuber is a whore, basically. Pay me, I will smash you on this imaginative list. And then, like you said, you might give them kind of a permission to contact you for collabs.
Yeah.
I mean, in general, I recommend, if possible, stay away from smash or pass or do them funny, in a funny way.
Yeah, I know some people who've done them like in a funny way. Like they don't do like a VTuber smash or pass, but like they find something really stupid. And they do that, which I think is funny.
If like rank your height or something like that.
Yeah. Or like there was one that I tried doing before. It was ranking a PC setup. It wasn't even people. It was just send a picture of your PC setup and let's rank it.
Oh,
like,
you know
is
what?
Is it clean? Is it dirty?
Not just smashing people.
Are there cords everywhere?
That's actually something, a really cool idea. I want to do it. I'll try it this week and I'll tell you. Would you eat or pass? I did with Robao a 5 months ago. Robao invited me to a Pokemon eat or pass challenge, where instead of smash or pass, I would rank if I eat that Pokemon or not. And as a mimic, I think that's a really cool idea. Eat or pass. It's like a smash or pass, but would I eat you in a dungeon?
Yeah.
Post your PNG and I'll tell you if I'd eat you if we encounter in a dungeon or pass. I'll post it later. I'll make a PNG. Rank mills. And then it's not about how the model looks. It's gonna go into, you have this mushroom and you have this on your, I'll eat this, I won't eat that, like, I don't know, you look poisonous slime, like, I don't know, you'll make me some digestion problems. Then you can make a joke out of it. You can have fun with it.
Yeah, you can have fun. My childhood.
And if you pass, it's not so bad. You didn't eat someone. That's great.
Mm-hmm.
The smash or pass is. Now that we said, I think it's really cringe. Do you want to start with the parasocial relationship?
I think you should, because yeah, I think you should start with this one. Parasocial relationship as a viewer and a streamer.
Let's start with the viewer. I think the viewer is much easier to deal with. I've been watching VTubers during the two first years of the COVID-19 pandemic.
Mm-hmm. I started around the same time watching streamers.
And you develop relationship towards them. You watch them every day. You read in the forums. You subscribe to them or pay money to them. Sometimes they read your messages. Sometimes they will react to your tweets. I made some songs on YouTube. I had some VTubers watch my songs live. And you develop some feelings towards those people. And you think, oh, they know me. They think about me. They will retweet my stuff. They will like my stuff. And then when they don't do it, or you write a message, like you write in chat, hey, Nixush, notice me. And Nix doesn't notice you. Nix go like, hey, MS Elboim, welcome. Oh no, last streams he called me Mimic. Now it's Elboim. She doesn't remember me. Oh no, I've done something wrong. It feels horrible. It just feels bad. And at one point, you have to realize that this is not our relationship. This is our performance. These people, the VTubers, are entertainers. The big ones are corporate slaves. They are only giving the voice. All the other things are done by the corporate. Their design. Sometimes there's a script. It's a show. It's like a TV show. Now, I wouldn't fall in love with an actor on screen. That is complete stupid, right? Mm-hmm. I did do it when I was a teenager. I used to be in love with the Olsen twins, Ashley and Mary-Kate Olsen. Because they're my age and they were so beautiful and successful and I'm not, and so on. And here's the dirty part, right? Some of those infatuations or crushes always involve this weird dream of a sugar mommy, basically someone who would solve all of my problems. If only she would fall on my head, she would solve all of my life's problem, and I will be rich and famous like her. And that's crazy. That's crazy talk.
It is.
Have you been in love with a streamer?
Have I been in love with a streamer?
Or with an actor?
No, I haven't.
Lies. Everybody has.
I think there's like a level of like loving someone and then liking them for who they are and what they do. But then there's a difference between like you're infatuated with them. You want their attention. You want them to notice you. Yeah. Like I'll admit, like there's some streamers that I definitely sim for, but like when I go into their chat, I don't say anything. I just enjoy their company. Like I don't say anything. I don't even make my presence known at all.
I think one of the symptoms of the craziness is the dreaming or wishing that one day you will randomly meet them or they notice you or something like that, which is most likely not gonna happen. But that's crossing in towards the border of obsession and parasocial relationship, which is basically a one-sided relationship with a celebrity who doesn't know of your existence. Can you imagine as a shy hardcore fan?
I can imagine Nix as
hey, Aika, just a flirty, sappy girl with a partner, just like to joke around. Yeah, I love joking around. Yeah. I love flirting with people. Some people take it very wrong, in a wrong way.
And they do, and it's ultimate lurker.
I flirt with Nix a lot as well. We used to flirt before the show, actually. Now it's a bit more professional, I think. I flirted a bit. So. but it's kind of like we both knew it was a joke.
Yeah, we both knew it was a joke, and I think there's still like joking, flirting going around on Twitter. But we both know that it's a joke.
There have been cases that I've told someone, a streamer, hey, I love you, or something like that, or you're amazing, and so on. There has been one case I can remember that I told that to someone and they took it really seriously. And they were like, I'm sorry, I'm not interested. And I was like, no, it was a fun, supportive, friendly thing. But they felt really bad about it and they wouldn't collab with me ever after. So
there's a reason, yeah.
There's a reason why relationships are forbidden for the idol groups. Yes, it's just a mess.
I mean, yeah, it is. I mean, I can see why you're flirty with Nyx.
How you doing there?
I'm doing well, and you?
I'm doing fine. No, actually, I'm doing great. Started my thesis yesterday, and the professor told us, since the moment you step into this class, you're no longer students. You're now researchers.
Oh my gosh.
And I feel so adult right now. Yeah.
You feel so adult.
I'm a master's degree researcher. And I'm researching VTubers.
Honestly, that's so funny to me. It's so cool and fun as you're getting your master's and you're writing a paper on VTubers.
I'm not the first. I'm using a thesis of someone who already wrote about VTubers. I'm going more into LootTubers, which is the more sexy topic, literally.
Actually, yeah.
Also, I'm doing a podcast with Nick Sush. And oh my god, it's so weird to call you Nick Sush. I feel like such a cringe Israeli. Nick Sush.
A LootTuber? What's that?
Do you want to explain? What's a LootTuber?
I want to say it's self-explanatory in the name, but the worst part is you need to present a thesis. Basically, a LootTuber is yeah, make dirty jokes. I feel like it goes above making dirty jokes though. I feel like some people will go above and beyond that to make it to the point where it's sexualized, like very much sexualized.
I say we'll reach it maybe later in the drama part, but I've seen someone call a LootTuber a sex worker this week on Twitter, like in public.
Yeah.
And that's in a way true. In a way it's true. LootTubers would post actual porn of themselves. Many times they would post in real life pictures of their graphic content of their body in a way to attract people, viewers. They would put AI art of their model in all kind of... I've actually seen a lot of LootTubers using AI. I think more than other people uses AI art. And they have an OnlyFans many times, not always. Sometimes they would have an OnlyFans for their VTuber model. So you can see nudes of their VTuber model, which is... I don't know. And you would usually see the LootTubers in lewd website, in actual porn websites, but sometimes you would see them on Twitch, on YouTube, and you will many times see them on Twitter. Now we're not really talking. We're talking about the parasocial relationships. I think, and that's actually my theory in my thesis. I think that LootTubers are not only using parasocial relationships, they are intentionally trying to initiate parasocial relationships because it makes money. It makes a lot of money. And they're not doing that because they like it. They do it because they started with it, and it gets you into a loop that you cannot escape from. When you're surrounded by attention, and people love it. I saw a picture this week of a LootTuber with 1,000 Discord notifications. If I go to my Discord right now, I have exactly 1 notification. And now I checked it, confirm, I have none, 0 notification. If I had moments I'll be honest, I wasn't fully glued, but I had times where I used a really adult looking, nice looking art of me on Twitter before I met you, I think. On Twitter, and I wrote stuff like, I lost my blanket. Can I use you instead? And I
feel like I've seen these here and there.
Yeah, I did a few. And I got many people to simp over me. And some of them people that I collabed with after. I can't even imagine a girl doing that and you getting all kind of pictures.
Yeah.
I am a hot, yeah. They don't know it though.
It's very interesting because like sometimes like when you do stuff like that, people will message, like people will comment back. Some of them, like, you know that they're joking. Some of them you can't tell if they're joking or not. But then again, when you take that and let's say a female streamer did that, you could definitely guarantee that within a few minutes, hours, days, that their DMs are just going to be full of stuff you don't want to see.
I honestly don't know because it never happened to me, but I heard that from other VTubers. I would do an experiment with you. You don't do it, but if I was Nyx, just for fun, one day, like April Fools, I would write, "Who wants to fuck me?" as a tweet, and delete it after 1 hour, just to see what happens. It's really dangerous because you can get into a loop of crazy people around you, and you will get attention, you will get money. I've talked to a few YouTubers. I talked to a lot of people recently, a lot of VTubers behind the scenes, and I've been told of, thank you Ryu for the lyric, I've been told of all kind of people who get money and then they go to the DMs and expect the VTuber to initiate a relationship with them. And
thank you for the stretch and hydrate, Rui. Hey, also, thank you for the lurk.
And then if they don't initiate a relationship, then the YouTuber, the people who donated money, they issue a refund. And I know a few YouTubers who had to ban people who kept paying money, kind of like, and buying them throne stuff, or adding butt plugs and stuff like that, adult toys to their throne, and then buying it for them. And the moment starts when you get to this loop and you actually, let's say I get a recommendation for a butt plug on my throne. I would say no. I don't want that.
Yeah.
The moment you say yes, it's like you're saying, okay, you can buy it for me. And then when someone buys, let's say someone buys an adult toy to you, they, with their stupid male brain, I say that because I'm a male, right? Men are dumb as a sock, really. We are that dumb. The moment you think as much as you think we're dumb, you have known nothing. We're worse than a sock. If I buy an adult toy to a female VTuber and she uses that, I get the feeling like she used me, right? Like she had intercourse with me because I bought her that toy on Throne. And that is so mentally stupid.
Oh my gosh.
But that VTuber got a free present, right? She got a free item. And essentially hypersexualizing for profit. Yes. Welcome back. For example, it would be Nyx saying to a co-host something like, "Damn, baby girl, nice thighs. They would look great over my shoulders." And from Nyx's point of view, it could be a complete joke. But some people don't see it as a joke. Some people will get it like seriously.
Like reading it like that, like everyone would absolutely know that would be a joke. But then there's some people who, they might be new viewers, they might not know, and they hear that and they think, oh, I'm not comfortable with hearing that. I'm just going to leave now. Or the co-host might be uncomfortable because maybe it's the first time they've collabed with me and they thought that, oh, I'm a Say So streamer. Why am I saying something like that?
Nothing to women, Nyx. Hey Pinky, hello.
Hello.
Um,
I had to do up the follow-up joke.
I love it. I had recently, I had cases where people were not comfortable. Nix, that gremlin voice, I love to hear it in bed like that. Yes and no. I mean, that kind of joke, because you mentioned the gremlin voice, it's like an obvious that you're laughing. But still, some people can take it a bit more seriously. We have to remember that the VTuber community is a lot of people with all kind of situations who don't always understand what you say the same way that you understand it.
Mm-hmm. So if you were, let's say that you were to take that statement right there, change the gremlin voice to like one of the RARs that I've done in the past.
A mommy voice, sexy voice.
Yeah, then I would just I would completely ignore that sentence. I wouldn't even acknowledge it.
Mm-hmm.
But because you said the gremlin voice, like I'm gonna laugh.
And
because
also because
I know that it's funny.
Also because it's you, because Nix knows you.
Mm-hmm.
If it's a new user, like sometimes you would get a new user and they would start writing things like, what is going on here?
Mm-hmm. It is. Context is very important as well. Because if you're going in suddenly, like the amount of times I've joined someone's stream and I heard something out of context, it's been interesting. And then I'll have to either wait a few minutes to see what the conversation was about, or I would feel uncomfortable in that. And
raid, Maxi.
Thank you for the raid. Max, thank you for the raid. Welcome in, raiders.
Hello, raiders. Welcome.
Thank you for joining in on our podcast.
Woo! Welcome to the Nameless vTuber podcast with your host Nick Soliander and MS Elboim.
I didn't see. I think I don't have a shout out set up on this. Oops.
Oopsie,
my bad.
Poopsie. Which shout out?
Normally with my shout outs, they pull up like a little clip, but I don't think I set it up on here.
Oh.
Oops.
Oh well, next time. I do love those clips, but I'm cursed every time someone pulls. Arrow did this shout out with a clip, and he tried to show my clip, I think 6 times, and every time would show a clip of someone else on my on my stream. I noticed how many times I collab with people.
A lot.
Yeah.
Welcome in, raiders. I am Mix Oleander, one of the co-hosts of the Nameless vTuber podcast, and this is my other co-host, Mimic.
Hello.
Do you want to do your introduction, Mimic?
I am MS Elboim, a D20 Mimic VTuber, doing tarot reading, D&D, gaming, and we're doing a weekly podcast every Thursday. Today we're on Friday, but next time it's gonna be Thursday on my channel, and we're gonna do every time Thursday on the other channel, 1 p.m. GMT. Today, Nix's channel.
7 a.m. CST.
Yeah, this is the second episode. And we are talking right now about the hot topic of parasocial relationship in the VTubing scene.
It's very interesting. Actually, this was like a good, because when you raid over to another person, you're bringing your community over to a completely different group of people. And you also have to consider like, oh, do I trust my community with this other streamer?
That's actually...
It's also interesting too, because there's actually some people who I know they won't raid over to me. And the reason for that is because they are a very much not safe for work streamer. And so they don't want to send their community over to me because they know that I would not always feel comfortable with that. Max, you're good. Thank you for the raid.
Thank you.
Don't trust the viewers with the streamer. And that's like one thing too, is like you can't always trust your viewers with other streamers. Like you might be able to trust them in your own community, but you don't know what's going to happen the second that you let them into someone else's community.
There is a case that I bring up sometimes, happens many months ago. There was, I did a collab with someone, and she was really adorable and cute, and I collab with a lot of adorable and cute VTubers. And there was a viewer who would never watch me when I'm solo streaming. He would always watch me when I'm collabing with a cute girl. And there was this, and immediately follow her and immediately sub to her. And he would never sub to me. And at one point, I kind of got the feeling like he's watching me only to watch the cute girls. And at one point, you get the feeling like he's always on the streams of those girls when I go there, but he's never on my stream. So he's kind of using me. So when I raid someone else, I like get the feeling like I'm bringing this small gremlin with me to that community, and maybe I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
At the same time, I'm maybe bringing good people as well, because we mix users in the communities all the time, which is great.
Mm.
The end result, I believe, there are two types of users, viewers, from what I see. There's the viewers who come from finding you on Twitch, and there's the users who come through other communities, like finding you through a collab or through a raid. If, let's take Aika, right? Let's say that you raid me, and Aika follows me. Let's do an example, right? Didn't shout out myself. Shout out MS Elboim. Aika, you don't have to follow. I'm just giving an example, right? Let's say Aika follows me. If you and I will stream at the same time, Aika will most likely watch you. Have to lurk, promise to hang out with a friend. Thank you so much.
Thank you for the lurk, Max.
Arashikiri, welcome to the party.
Aisha actually follow me. Aisha, thank you so much. Aika, no Aisha, Aika. Thank you. Do roll your luck. 17 luck, let's go. So let's say Aika follows me, right? If me and you are streaming at the same time, Aika will most likely watch you because she comes from your community, right?
Max and Toshi, welcome to the party.
Maxi, welcome as well. Thank you. Let's roll your luck as well. It's a 6 together. You're 23. Let's go. Same time with I think I can give Anton as an example. Anton and I probably know him. He's all over the place. If I stream and someone else streams, Anton will most likely watch me because he found me on Twitch. And there are other people who I see the same pattern. It's like there's the main streamer that they watch, a lesbian with like the cute girl, crazy talk. So that's why I'm not really afraid of this community mix, but there are these really rare, crazy, I'll call them germs that if I read, they like, you're the reason I found amazing streamer Mick. See, Facto came from here. But Factotal Dragon is a unique case because he's everywhere. He's just jumping from one streamer to another, and trying to say hi to everyone. But
I feel it's also hard to tell when someone comes from just Twitch and someone comes from another community.
I have a case that's...
It's hard to tell, yeah.
A case that's really embarrassing. There's someone that came from another collab partner. And we collabed and our community mixed. One of my mods became her mod. And one of her mod became my mod and so on. Then one day we streamed together and one of her usual viewers subbed to me. And that's made both of us feel uncomfortable. I felt like I stole her subscriber, right? She didn't say anything. Later we talked about it and she said that person was angry at something she told him in private and did that as a revenge.
Oh. That's interesting.
And that's the kind of parasocial relationship that you can get into. It's like you sub to someone, you feel like the streamer now owes you.
Mm-hmm. I had a couple incidents like that as well, where I had multiple people gift me some things. They were also streamers actually. And the things that they gifted me were games.
Mm.
But one thing that I didn't like was they gifted it to me with the intentions of playing it again so that I would continue to collab with them.
Thank you, lady, for the lyric.
Thank you for the lurk. And they specifically said, yeah, they basically said, I'm gifting this to you, so you now have to collab with me.
Yeah.
And they kept on pushing that, which I feel like is another thing is like that there's that expectation of like, because I'm giving you things, you have to talk to me, you have to talk to me, you have to hang out with me, you have to play with me. It's all very interesting, and it's one thing that has to do with like, well, it's also different like if it's one a viewer and they're kind of like forcing like, oh, I got you all of this stuff, now you need to start talking to me, you have to give me attention, all of that, like off stream. But then it's also different when it's another streamer and they're doing that same thing. Because one of them, if you look at it, is technically, if you look at this in the aspect of like a job, one of them is technically like a coworker. And it's as bad as it's gonna sound, it's probably a coworker who wants to sleep with you.
Yeah.
Or wants to have a relationship with you, but you want things to stay either one, professional, or two, on a friendly level. But they don't see it that way because they see as if they're buying it from you. Mm-hmm. Which goes into your statement of
being a whore,
basically.
Yeah, sex worker.
Yeah. It is kind of the same principle as face-to-face interactions, but I think a lot more people they're much more bold when it comes to doing it online because they just have a name. There's no face to it.
Anonymity. You can run away and disappear. There's many reasons, dangerous reason why online is so comfortable for creeps, basically.
Yes.
There's a great academic discussion about why the internet and specifically Twitter is so dangerous, like a playground for narcissistic people and for other people with all kind of problems or violent people who can do whatever they want and they don't have to deal with any consequences, which is very serious, very dangerous as well. And maybe people get hurt, but I think from what I read in my for my thesis, one of the worst thing is that those kind of VTubers, for example, who initiate parasocial relationships intentionally in order to get money, they create a community of people or a trend of people who will go to other VTubers and seek attention in that way. So if someone, for example, sends a dick pic to Nix, they didn't think of that themselves. That theory says that they got the gist of doing that from other VTubers that they saw doing that as well. They saw someone posting their boobs on Twitter and say, tag people who wants to ride me. So they think, oh, I'll do the same to that Nixush VTuber because that's what VTubers do. And that's completely wrong. But it's basically this kind of weird loop that feeds itself.
Yeah.
Unpopular opinion, all the service industry from top to bottom, regardless of what your job is precisely, you work as a whore. All of the service industry is selling yourself. Monkey see, monkey do. Yes.
I will agree with that statement. It's just really how you look at it as a whole, because you're basically giving your time, effort, essentially your body out to a company of some sorts to work for them. to get things done. You're bringing in the money for them, and then your reward back is probably a quarter, if not half, of the income.
And this leads us to the to lewd jokes, for example, right? Which is a kind of in a sub-context of the subtopic of the parasocial relationship. I collabed yesterday with Izu and Luna, and we played Doki Doki Literature Club, which is a very lewd game. In the past, though, almost every time I was a bit too lewd on stream, someone, well, no, I'm exaggerating. There were just 2 or 3 times that I've been too lewd on stream, or someone in D&D was too lewd and I didn't see it or didn't stop it. Someone else felt uncomfortable and someone else asked me to unpublish the VOD. And when someone tells you to unpublish a VOD, it's fine, right? You unpublish the VOD immediately, you apologize, you move on. They also tell you you're a bad streamer, in a way. That's what I hear. You didn't control the situation. And I don't want anything to do with you ever again. I had people unfollow me after such a collab. I had people block me after similar cases. And that's really, really rare. But you remember those cases. You remember, and you constantly think, did I do something wrong?
Yeah.
In some cases, there was this double standard of... Actually, do you want to skip that 5 and 6 right now? And go to 7?
Yeah, we can do that.
And then that might lead us to 5 back.
We'll go back.
And then we can go to 4 as well, which... So we're gonna go to hypocrisy in VTubing.
What hypocrisies have you encountered?
So this is a great example. I have encountered... okay, so I try to do my best to recognize red flags right now. If I see red flags in the profile, if I want to collab with someone or they want to collab with me, I go to their profile on Twitter, I go to their Twitch, and I watch some of their videos, the latest VODs, and I look for red flags. First of all, I notice the sound quality. Do it sound good? Then I notice red flags. And sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. But one big red flag, might be the biggest red flag right now, is being a LootTuber. LootTuber is just a red flag. I don't want to do anything. I don't want anything to do with LootTubers. Now, I collab with some LootTubers, but I don't want anything to do with new LootTubers that I don't know yet. Unless they can prove me that they are nice people, that they're joking about that and so on. Because almost exclusively all of the clashes that I had so far in my 8 months of being a VTuber were almost exclusively with LootTubers. I don't know why. I really don't know why. And one thing that I felt is that there's this kind of double standard or hypocrisy where the LootTubers that I collab with, many of them, not all of them, some of them are amazing people, some of them allow themselves to say and do whatever they want, but they don't want you to say or do. Basically, it's a very famous quote about narcissistic behavior. Do as I say, not as I do.
Yeah.
And it's a big generalizing because, again, there's a lot of sweet LootTubers out there. There's Celeste, the other elf, who I always give as an example. She's one of the most amazing, sweet people that I know. I love her so much. And she's a full-fledged LootTuber. But unfortunately, many other LootTubers that I met were just ended up being shitty people. I don't have any other way to say that. This shitty people.
I also think that it depends on what kind of mindset you're going in with it.
Yes.
Like, I think it really depends. Like, if you're going in as a LootTuber, knowing that you're doing it either jokingly or you're doing it because maybe that's how you interact with some people, like maybe not as like lewd, but like that's how you interact with like your friends and everyone else. I can understand that. But you at least tailor it so that it's not uncomfortable for other people. You can still gauge what's going on. But then there's other people who dive straight into it being a YouTuber, not thinking about like how the other person might feel when you talk to them about it. And just kind of doing it for yourself to, I don't want to say it like this, but exploiting yourself for money. And that's what I feel like a lot of people do, is they go into YouTubing because they know they can most likely make an income, a profit from it. But then the next question is, the hypocrisy is, do you, after you're done with your stream, do you still continue to be the YouTuber that you are, or are you
is this your
the most,
is this a disguise, or is this the real you?
yeah, like I'm very much who I am on stream and off stream.
Same here.
When it comes to embarrassing topics, I very much shy away from it in public as well. But then you have to ask, like, the people who are YouTubers, do they in public, are they also very much just I shy away? Or this was a very interesting discussion that was brought up to me. Is, are you the person on stream, is it the same person off stream? So in terms of a YouTuber, you're lewd on stream, but you're say so in real life. It's very interesting.
I did not talk to all YouTubers out there, obviously, but for some people, some YouTubers I've talked before, I got the gist that they are not lewd in real life like they are on Twitter, for example.
Yeah.
Because in Twitter, they got into this cycle of you have to be lewd, and on Twitter and in social media and on Twitch, you have to top your game every time. You have to do a new stream, fresh ideas, more energy every single time. And if you start with being a YouTuber, you have to lewd yourself more and more every time. Otherwise, you're going to stop getting the attention, the followers, the DMs. That's why I see some people turn into YouTuber. I've seen people that I follow turn from complete pure into complete lewd. And until I ended up unfollowing them because it was just too much for me. And I can handle lewd. But there is another problem. That's where the hypocrisy comes. There's lewd tubing and there's attention seeking. Typing on Twitter every morning, I love you everyone, who wants to give me a hug? That's one thing. Posting your thighs or your boobs, that's another thing. Doing both at the same time. Hey Miruyuki! Oh, it is a new dress. Congratulations, just noticed. Very blue of you.
Thank you.
Hey Miru. Doing both at the same time?
Yuki.
Like, let's say you post your boobs and you say, tag someone that wants to fuck me. Like, come on. I cannot see that. I don't want that on my time. I don't want that at all. It's so creepy. That's 100% porn website. It's not for Twitter, not for Twitch. And you know,
honestly,
Twitter is make your own feed, right? It's not for my feed. Hey, Miru, you got Justin when we talk about this creepy topic.
great timing. That honestly, I feel like right now, I know a lot of people, and this is myself included. I cannot and I refuse to open Twitter in public. See, yeah, I don't trust. I can't open Twitter in public. I can't, because the first thing I know that I'm going to see on my feed is probably a not safe for work image. And it's going to be too much to the point where people are probably thinking I'm on a porn site. Because at this point, you could probably look at someone's Twitter and say you're on a porn site. Like, it's no longer Twitter. It's literally just a site for not safe for work content.
So there's this common concept that this is it. It's a porn website now. You can't escape the point. I took a challenge a few months ago and I unfollowed more than 1,000 people. I detoxed myself. Every single porn or or big attention seeking, like too much, or drama, or God forbid someone asking me to ban someone else, I unfollow those people immediately, and I told Twitter, show less of that, show fewer posts like this. And it took about 2 months or so, but now my Twitter is clean. I go to my Twitter now, let's do a test here. I go to my Twitter, yeah, I see less people. But you know what? Instead of seeing porn, I see cuts, I see wholesome memes, I see good stuff. And that's not doom scrolling. That's so much better for me. So much better.
Yeah. And there's been so many people. You're not the first one that I've like heard this from or seen who have gone through Twitter and just do an unfollowing spree because they aren't happy with what they're seeing on their Twitter.
Mm-hmm. I've seen a lot of unfollowing sprees recently. And people also unfollow you every day and me every day and stuff like that.
Oh,
because
absolutely.
Of that, yeah.
Absolutely. I feel like my numbers go down, but like for me, yeah, it's sad to see the numbers go down, but then at the same time, it's just kind of like it's one less person who I know doesn't care for my content and doesn't need to see it.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't care for my content, don't follow me. If you care for my content, follow me.
And never follow people expecting them to follow you back. That's horrible behavior.
Yeah.
One of the big hypocrisies. And we all do it sometimes, even subconsciously.
Mm-hmm. There's been many times where someone has followed me and they actually ended up messaging me saying like, hey, can we be friends? And then asked for me to follow them back.
Yeah.
It's very interesting. And I feel like I kind of want to lead into the topic too of not only is that on Twitter, but that's also kind of in Twitch as well, because there was something that happened to a coworker of mine where they had a raid from a new person. Didn't know who that was at all, raided them with a bunch of people. And they ended up going to their Twitter, looking for them, and then friending them there. But then that's one thing of like friending them on Twitter. The next question is, do you go and do you follow that new raider who you've never talked to back on Twitch? Because now they're following you, they brought your community to you. Do you go back and after your stream, do you go back to their stream and follow them?
This just have to do with parasocial exchange, or also social in general. Yeah, social in general. I got attacked once for someone not thinking I followed them when I did, then got blocked. But they tried to apologize and beg me not to. I was like, don't act that way with me. From my personal experience, one of the biggest red flags is when someone complains or hurt or angry when you unfollow them or block them. That's an immediate stay away from that person as much as possible. I had a case of someone complaining I unfollowed them. I refollowed them, and it just got worse later. I should not have refollowed them. And
it was
a similar thing that happened to a friend of mine at work is they wanted to collab with someone. They invited them to a collab, and that person was, I only collab with Mutz, which is a name for someone who someone follows you, you follow them. So they're like, so what, do you want me to follow you? And they were like, oh yeah, okay. So that friend ended up following them, and they never collabed afterwards, which really makes an annoying. I really try to not follow, like you said with the raiders, you get a feeling like you need to follow that raider right now. I used to do it, but now I don't do it anymore. I want to know who I follow first. I want to see the tweet. I want to see that they're interesting to me.
Like that's like an important part, is like you want to know the person that you're going to be following back. If there's someone who you actually want to follow.
Yeah.
And not just you're following them because they followed you back.
Not for a number. I don't want the feeling like one day, like like they're using me for my numbers. That's the no. I'm not talking about my numbers. I'm talking about I'm a number for them. I'm one more follower. I don't like that. I got the feeling from a few people. I'm almost 8,000 followers on Twitter, which is meaningless. Let's be honest. But I met a few people, like 2 or 3 people, who got really pissed off when I unfollowed them, and I got the feeling like they didn't really care about me. They wanted someone with 8,000 followers to follow them.
Yeah, and that's where it comes to like talking to people for clout. I will say the first time that I asked to like collab with you, I was very scared that you were going to take it that I wanted to use you for clout.
You know, the first one.
I was very worried.
You actually know the first one. Sometimes I approach people. One of them told me, I thought you were scamming me because there's no way someone with so many followers will approach me.
Yeah. But then, let's see. I think I raid people who I think are good people for my community to know. I'm not going to raid someone who is lewd if I don't know if the people are comfortable, and sometimes that's too much. Just nice and wholesome people. Yeah. And that's where it's always interesting when you get a raid from someone who you've never talked to, you've never met. They've randomly raided you. It's always very interesting.
I'm always happy to meet those new people, but I don't want them to expect that I'm going to follow them, raid them back, because I don't know their content.
Yeah. And it's always something very interesting, because I know sometimes when I raid over to like someone who I haven't raided in a long time, or if someone who's raided over to me, and it's either 1, their first time raiding over to me, or 2, they raid over every once in a while, I'll go to Twitter and I'll say thank you for trusting me with your community. Because I'm being honest about like, thank you for trusting your community in my hands.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of people who, they just kind of like dump. I wouldn't say dump. They kind of move their community over to another streamer with or without thinking of the repercussions it might have. But then there's some other people who they really think about where do they want their community to go. Because it's actually a 2-way street and not 1-way. Because 1, you have to think about how is the streamer going to be viewed in the eyes of the viewer, and how is the viewer going to see the streamer. Is the streamer going to be happy with, maybe there's someone who's making them really uncomfortable in this new raid and they don't want them to come back. Who knows, they could ban them for that for forever, or they could just have them come back every once in a while. Or there's the people who they feel as if there's someone uncomfortable in their chat, so they start doing weirder things that makes other people uncomfortable. And then if we look at it from the opposite direction of, we look at the community that was just brought in by the raid, they're seeing a completely new streamer who they found because they were brought over through the raid. They could end up loving that streamer. They could end up being like, oh, the person who I was just watching is friends with this person. I don't really like this interaction between the two. Like, I don't like that my streamer that I look up to is friends with another vTuber. Like, I don't like that, and you lose another follower like that. There's just so many parts and components to it that it's very interesting. There's a lot of things that you don't think about as well.
And you cannot know those kind of things as well.
Yeah. You can't know it, but and another thing is, like, you don't know something until someone tells you. And so that kind of goes back into what you were saying before, is like, someone was uncomfortable in your streams, they didn't tell you, they didn't DM you during the stream, and then at the end they asked you to unpublish the VOD. That is also a two-way street, is 1, checking up on the people who you're collabing with to see if they're okay, and 2, they should be at least comfortable enough to tell the host or the person who is doing the collab that they feel uncomfortable because of X person.
Hey, Lazuli, good morning.
Good morning, Lazu.
That actually brings me to another red flag with hypocrisy, which is the numbers. Okay, I don't like talking about numbers, and I love to collab with people with small numbers. I collab with you when you're much smaller, although you're growing with a meteor speed. I collab with Peony and Alnichi and many other people who have 100 followers. 100 followers on Twitter. Now, why would someone with 8,000 collab with someone with 100? Because I just like their vibe, I like their energies. Unfortunately, there are many people with small numbers that the small numbers also mean something. It means that they are inexperienced. If you see someone, let's say with only one video on Twitch, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You see someone with 100, let's say 10 followers on Twitch and one video.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean anything about them. It could be amazing people, but it does mean that they have less experience than me. And one such example of someone asking me to unpublish the VOD was someone really, really small. So maybe they were not prepared. They didn't know how to deal with stuff. They didn't know their own limits. Stream is going great. Thank you. We're talking about some touchy subjects. Basically, it's like a minefield here.
Keep on going. I'm gonna run to the restroom really quickly.
Oh, let's go. Good luck. I told you that she was drinking. So, and then again, when I'm saying that, I also collab with people with really big numbers, but they're not streaming much. They're not collabing much. So when I want to find a new partner for a collab, it's not necessarily what I do, but what I would do. I would go to the Twitch, check out their last streams. What did they do? How they interact with their chat? How they interact with collab partners? What kind of language they have? Didn't used to save VODs because I use Spotify, but I figured it was good because then people could see how I am. Yes, that's a super important thing. People can see you and you can also see yourself. That's really important. Later down the road, you can see how you were, how much you improved, learn from yourself. That's really important. That's really important. You wish people good luck who are going to the toilet. Yeah, I'm a mimic. Toilet can be a mimic as well and eat her butt. You never know that. You can get bitten. And the screenshot did for Fuji reference. Let's go. Someday it could be a struggle. What if Nyx is so small she can fall down, sleep inside, in the drain. Nyx change to mushroom form, like wash down the sewers. You never know what could happen. Let's stop the conversation here. How did it go? Did you have a good luck?
She gets the knife.
Pull out the knife, Asa. Cut the mushroom. Cut Zoe. The reason Zoe is here is that so we don't eat Nyx.
Yes. That's why we have cookies too. Oh.
I should stop playing with the big die. I have a palm-sized D20, and every time I play with it, either fall on my phone, almost on my glasses, and break stuff. Very dangerous. Nyx doesn't need to know the secrets. It's a secret.
No secrets. Oh, what secrets are we talking about?
Secrets now. No. So yeah, I experienced people. One big hypocrisy I experienced is people who would come to your chat every once in a while and say hi, and then they would kind of hint or even directly ask you to watch their stream. Or even if something really rare happened to a friend of mine at work, complaining you never watch my streams. Which is, I think, one of the most cringe thing that someone could tell me. I didn't meet a lot of people who say that, but someone who goes to my stream and talk about their stream non-stop would actually get banned now. I had it. I don't want people to talk about their stream on my stream. It's in the rules. I don't want people. It's not a promotion for you. It's my stage.
I feel like a lot of people have that in the rules, but that is one of the few things that always gets
Nobody reads
pushed
the
under
rules.
the rug.
Nobody reads the rules. Why don't they get to know the people and then maybe they can check you out? Yeah, or like, don't like if I ask you, hey, what you're up to today, and you're gonna tell me I'm gonna stream this and that, obviously that's okay. But if you randomly, hey Mimic, I streamed yesterday. If I had one more follower for every person who told me I streamed today or I'm gonna stream tomorrow, and if any one of you is out there, and I know that you may be there, you know, don't go to other people's chat and tell them that you streamed or that you're going to stream unless they ask you. Even if they ask you, how are you? What have you been up to? You can say, I streamed. That's okay. But out of nowhere, promoting your stream on someone else's stream, it's just, it's cringe in the worst ways.
It is, but there's like double standards to that too. Because there's some streamers who I know, every time a streamer comes into their channel, they shout them out. And then they ask at the end, are you going to go stream? I'll go and raid over to you when I'm done. And these are like streamers who they have the numbers, but their community is very, very tight knit. So the people who stay are aware of all of that and they know what the streamer is like. They know that this is normal for the streamer.
That's actually, I think, a nice thing that people tell you, hey, you're gonna stream, I'm gonna shout, I'm gonna raid you. That's kind of sweet.
I know there's one streamer I know really well. Every time I pop into their channel, they always give me a shout out. And there was one time where I was lurking for like a few hours because it's just fun to listen to some streamers because they're just fun to listen to. They had multiple mods at the time, and I was just making comments like every so often. Oh my goodness! Thank you for the cheers.
Woo!
Thank you for the bits. I've never seen that before. That's so cute.
A pixel pride. Let's go. How many is that?
That's so cute.
1, 2, 3,
45.
4, 5, 6. 45. Let's go. Woo. Thank you for the beanies.
Thank you for the bitties. But yeah, like I was in their chat for like 3 hours, and like I probably made like separate comments every like 20-30 minutes or so. And every time I would get a shout out because a new mod had come in. And they're just like, oh, let me give you a shout out. And then the streamer was like, another shout out? Another one?
That's something that I think I've seen. That's kind of oh my god, look at that. 500 bits. Let's go.
Oh my. Thank you.
Actually, that brings me back to the to the game. Wait, remember I want to say shout out, stream shout outs, right? If someone wants to buy me a game, I usually say no. Stream shout out.
I say no.
I have Diablo 4 on my throne. That's the only thing. Go there, buy that. But if someone offers to buy me a game, I say no because then I feel obligated to play it, and I don't want to feel like I have to play it. And that's about the buy stuff. I have a couple
of games like that.
Yeah.
Where they bought it for me without really like asking me, and they sent it to me, and I'm just kind of like, and then the next thing would be like, oh, I really want to play this game with you, so I got it for you. And I'm just like, I was just kind of like, thank you, and I left it as that.
What if I don't like the game? What if it's not my style of game? Check the wishlist and buy people stuff I hear them talking about, not just a random game. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And like there's a couple of games that I have on my Steam store that I would love to play. I would love to play on stream because it was on my wish list at one point. But now because those people bought those games. So you're gonna feel weird if you're not gonna play it with them. Yes, I will feel weird like playing it in general with or without them. And it's just kind of like, I don't like that. Because there's definitely some games I want to play. And like I've played it like by myself, but it's just kind of like I would like to be able to like stream this and like play it with everyone, like have everyone play technically with me. Yeah. But now I just don't feel comfortable anymore with playing it because of that reason.
and the other stream shout out. So there's this what is it? Only times about any games from people where it's discussed who playing them as a group. First 1-2 people wouldn't have like a $5 or $10 game. Yeah, if we discuss it together, communication.
It's different. Yeah. So if you discuss it and they're just kind of like, it's only like maybe $1 or $2, we can get it for you now, and like we'll different encounters will like bring in like, I get you this game once, you get me a different game the next time, something like that. But it's very different of like, they heard you say it once, they bought it for you, and they then say, hey, let's play this game, I got it for you. That's also very different. I've definitely had maybe like 1 or 2 instances where I couldn't afford the game at that moment, and they're just kind of like, you know what, it's on sale right now for a couple of bucks. I know you don't have the funds for it right now because you're having issues. Let me get it for you, and we can call it even with that other thing that you did. And I'm just like, okay, the way that you put it that way, I'm okay with that. But you buying the game, giving it to me, and then saying, I want to play this with you is a big no-no for me.
Yeah. And then there's...
And I think that's how it is for a lot of people too.
Also raises the danger of them expecting you to buy a game for them next time. Then they don't have to play it. It brings us back to the stream shoutout thingy, what you said. The people who lurk in your chat or get a shout out and so on, or tell you why you never watch my streams. Every single person who told me, who complained I don't watch your streams, are people who don't watch my streams as well. They say hi and then they go away. They don't even lurk. I have a few people in my head who say hi and then gone.
I have a few people in my head as well, as soon as you said that.
And I have a few people of that who, when they say hi, talk about their stream and go to someone else. And then I see them in someone else's chat promoting their stream. And if you go to their Twitch, sometimes it's empty. They don't even have streams to watch. So when I want to collab with someone, that brings us to another, I don't know if it's hypocrisy. It goes to this trust. You want to go to the trust? To number 4.
Yeah.
How did you meet the most trusted friends? That brings me to segue to the concept of someone asks you for a collab. How do you trust them? How do you know if you want to collab with them or not?
So actually, I kind of want to like backtrack to like last week a little bit, in a sense of like, so I was going back through like our messages.
Me and you?
Oops. Yeah.
Ooh.
And so you actually messaged me first, Mimic.
Of course I did. I'm at top.
You messaged me first, and you actually had just congratulated me on my debut. And that, I believe, was right after I had been like somewhat like active in your chat. I don't
think I've seen it in my chat. Maybe I did. I'm not sure.
It was because it was when you did the first stream that I ever watched of yours. I came in right at the moment when you changed your D20 to your face.
Face stream, let's go.
That was the very first time I saw that, and I was like active in your chat for a very little bit, and then I think it was I think it was a couple days after that. It was a couple days after that you had messaged me first, and you said congrats on your debut.
That's a trick I do, by the way. If I'm not sure if the person would talk to me or not, I used to introduce myself and ask for a collab, and now I kind of go with congratulations on your debut or some other celebration they do to kind of, spy around, see if they're a person who would be interested in working together in the future. And if they not answering, I'm not feeling disappointed. Because if you go with someone, hey, you want to collab with me, and they say no, it's feel like, you've been rejected.
Yeah, and then that was like right after that. Did I say thank you? And then we kind of went into like the tarot card readings. and then you offered to do a tarot card reading whenever you had time. And then we went straight into a collab that same day, I believe, actually.
Mm-hmm. A simple solution, just mute or ban them. Sometimes you don't notice at one point, you only notice when there's a bunch of those cases. So I wouldn't see it when it happens, but when I look back, I see it happens every single week with the same person. Then you understand it. And yes, sometimes they end up banning those people, and sometimes they would go to my DMs not understanding why they were banned. Sometimes I wonder, do I need to sit down and explain to that person what they did wrong? They will do it again. I mean, someone else can wipe their butt. It's not my job. I had one case of someone saying on the chat as a joke when I ended the stream, hey, why don't I stream and you raid me? Haha, JK.
I've had a couple of those incidents, I will say that much.
It's theoretically immediate ban, but same as people saying, hey, I need to go on that. Like last week with MVP, we had someone who said, again, it's jokingly, hey, you should get me on your podcast. And we don't know who you are.
Yeah.
We have a huge list of people we want to invite as guests. Maybe we're going to start with the next show with guests. But we are going through every person and making sure that both me and Nix are feeling comfortable with them. We're not going to get someone random on chat that we don't know.
Yeah. Like the way that we went through the list is we went to people who we're already comfortable with streaming. And even though we have streamed with tons of people or collabed with tons of people, that doesn't mean that we are absolutely comfortable with having them on the podcast. But then that's just the first level. The next level is, are they comfortable? Is the co-host comfortable with that streamer as well? And that's another important factor.
How do people invite themselves into other people's streams and collabs? It's beyond me, seriously. I've had
so many people, yeah.
I had a case of, during the stream, I had a case of someone saying, hey, is this open voice chat? And I was like, no, this is a collab with a friend. And they were like, okay, by the way, I gotta go, bye. And they left the stream. And that's a casual viewer. And I'm like, what is going on? Are they just, are they here just to promote themselves? What?
Sometimes.
Gotta go. Thank you, ladies, for joining us.
Sometimes I feel like they are. Have a good one, lady.
Have an amazing day. You get me on your podcast, Random Internet Stranger? No, it's perfectly fine to gamble your livelihood on other people. Exactly. Good time zones.
There's been multiple times where I had someone, if they could ask to join the collab. And sometimes like if I'm doing a collab with like multiple people and I know that like their chat often has like people asking, and I also have people in my chat asking, then I'll ask them before a stream, like, are you okay with like an open collab if people wanted to join? That's me already knowing that they also tend to do open collabs.
And I think,
and then just getting their feel for that first. If
I would hear someone telling me they want an open collab, I would tell them, no, thank you. I cannot do that. I'll give two examples. One of them, someone asked me for a collab after a long time we didn't collab. I was like, gladly. And they said, okay, let's do Among Us. Immediately I said, no, I'm not doing Among Us. And I'm not doing it for one reason. You're going to invite your Discord server. I don't know anyone there. It's going to be 10 people, complete chaos, and I will feel like I'm not there with you. I'm with your community, and I'm in your community. I'm not a part of your community, let's be honest. Nix is not a part of my community. I'm not a part of Nix's community. We're in each other's community, but we're not a part. I'm not in Nix's, like Aika or Dream or Lady. You're in Nix's community, right? And I have the D&D players in my community. We know each other. But if I put Nix right now in an Among Us collab with 8 other D&D players that I know, but Nick's never heard of them, Nick's probably going to feel uncomfortable.
Absolutely. I would probably not be talking.
Yeah, what kind of collab is that? What if Nyx dies in the first round by, I don't know, Shadowkun? Now, Shadowkun is adorable, but Nyx doesn't know that. She doesn't know Shadowkun. She doesn't know her. So it doesn't help. You have to understand that. It's a good, I'll do a plug. Tomorrow, Saturday night, I'm going to do a Fall Guys collab. It's the first time I do a giant collab. I invited, I think, like 40 VTubers. I assume 50% would say no, and out of the 50% who say yes, 50% wouldn't be able to make it in the last moment, because this is how it is. So
it's like what, maybe like 25% of the people who will actually show up. Maybe
10, but I told them you can stream it and you can invite your communities. Hopefully we get 40 players like that. Now, in those communities, there are some people like, hey, maybe I'll see Aika, maybe I'll see Miruyuki, maybe I'll see Jay, maybe I'll see Nyx, maybe I'll see this. And some people told me, yes, Nyx, I don't know if you'll be able to make it.
I don't know if I'll be able to make it, which is why I didn't respond. I hearted it, but that was it. If
you can, you're more than welcome to join or stream. But I told everyone, listen, I have Aero, Valdis, Diania. We scheduled to do that in voice chat. We're going to be on voice chat in my stream. And that's it. Nobody joins voice chat unless there are any changes. I don't want more than 4 people in the voice chat.
Yeah, it gets very chaotic.
It's chaotic, but it would be really fun to see Nyx or Izu or someone I know like Peony or Alnichi or Aika or Lady or Miruyuki in the Fall Guys, in the names. That would be really fun. And then see them in chat or something. That would be really, really fun. I don't want to play with random people. I want to play with communities of VTubers. But I can't do more than 4 people because that would be a mess. And choosing those 4 people and actually choosing who to invite was a great trust thingy. Nyx, you've probably seen the Women's Day. By the way,
yes.
Fall Guys is free on Epic Store to those who want to join. Takes only like 2 hours to install and upload just 1
2 hours if you have good Wi-Fi.
Yeah, it's 1 gigabyte. It's just Epic installs so many things in the background.
A funny bean game.
Yeah,
it is a fun bean game. It's so cute.
Only 2 hours. Let's do it today.
Only 2 hours. However, I now have a command for this.
Wi-Fi. Nyx stream at 480p because her Wi-Fi has a download speed of 12 megabytes and upload of 1. Greetings, hello Gamer Ace.
Hello.
So Nyx, you've seen the International Women's Day post I uploaded.
Yeah.
And I went from my head of the female VTubers I met in the last 6 months or so that not only amazing streamers, but I would collab with them right now on the spot. And after that, like the next day I counted, there's 40 girl VTubers there. And I'm thinking back, I collab maybe multiple times with each and every one of them. What the hell? It's so crazy.
You've had a lot of collabs, but then I also can't say anything because as soon as I did my debut, I just had collabs back to back. Like I can't say anything either.
Same here. And there's weeks that I don't, weeks I do.
Yeah. And I'm still doing weekly collabs. Like I just limit myself to how many people I collab within a week now.
That's really smart.
I'm going into spring break next week, and so technically my spring break just started today.
Let's go! Congratulations!
And I already have a lineup for who I'm going to be collabing with, and there's going to be as much as I said like, oh, let's just limit to 1 to 2 collabs per week. I don't know that. I don't know what next week's gonna be like because I'm on spring break. And it's just kind of like I want to keep the connections that I had before going back to school, because those connections that you made at the beginning are very important, and being able to maintain those connections is just as important. It's kind of like us. Like we didn't really talk much between the last stream until like yesterday or so. But that's because like you had your collabs, and then I have just had a really busy school and work week.
outside. There are so many things this week. Really busy in school.
There's just so many things that's just been going on, and like, even though we had our podcast, we still found like a moment to be like, hey, let's quickly update the questions. Let's make sure that everything is going to be okay. Can we do something early? Or if that doesn't work out, I even said I would wake up earlier to make sure everything worked out beforehand, which I did.
You did, yeah.
Like we still kept that connection, even though we probably talked less than an hour this whole week before this. It's also that also goes into the trust of each other. Is I knew that Mimic would have questions, and I knew that his questions probably wouldn't go above and beyond what we were going to talk about. But he still told me, like, let me know if you want me to change anything. If we have any questions, we can talk about it. And I told him I can't look at them at the moment, but I can look at them later. And if anything, we can do a little bit of minor edits right before stream, which for that to him kind of set how I view it is like, for him, that's him trusting me to wake up early when our stream is, for me, 7 a.m. So that I would have to wake up at 6 or 5 a.m. to be able to look through all of that, get ready for the stream, and then stream.
To be fair, I have always backups just in case.
With backups, one of the first things Mimic asked me this morning is, did you test your internet? Which, we're here, we did it.
It's works.
Snowing, it works.
Let's go. As for me, the trust issues. So yesterday I played Doki Doki Literature Club with Izu and Luna. And I already played Doki Doki with Izu 6 months ago, like half a year ago. One of my first streams with her. And after the first one, we both kind of went to separate ways, and we didn't play that since.
Yeah.
And I didn't understand why. I didn't know why. It just didn't happen. And then yesterday, we kind of like, let's do it again. And we did it. And I think 30 minutes before the stream, I was like, hey, by the way, do you want to find another person to join us? Like, let's get another girl to voice act. And we started randomly messaging people. I even messaged you. 30 minutes. Are you available in 30 minutes? I think I did. I'm not sure.
I don't think you did, because I don't remember that.
Maybe I didn't, because I knew you were going to be with your sister's debut.
Oh, that's right. That's right. You did.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to be at school. So yeah, that makes sense.
And Izu found this sweet girl called Luna Haru. And I don't know anything about Luna. And I communicated. I told Izu, wait, just make sure that it's someone nice that both of us will like, with fun energies, no dramas, no, and I said hi. I said hi. We immediately, she said, oh, I need to follow you on all social medias. She immediately went to follow me, and she immediately followed me on Twitch and Twitter. And I was like, wait, I don't know you. What if I did? Wait, that's too fast. I listened to her voice a bit. She sounds very funny and chill, so I followed her back. And during the stream, I kind of tested the boundaries, what I can say, what I can't say, how far I can go, how lewd I can be. And I saw many moments that both of them were very lewd. Very, very lewd. Lewd in a way that I would be comfortable doing with Arrow in a Nutshell, for example. We play lewd games every week, and we're kind of free lewd, but time to sleep. Thank you, Aika, for joining us.
Have a good night.
But I didn't want to be lewd as well, because there's the hypocrisy, I don't know, what if Luna doesn't feel okay with that? What if she can be lewd but I can't? Slowly, I tested the limits a bit more, and I felt like a computer, right? Every time I would say something, I would listen to them. Do they laugh? Or is there like this embarrassing silence? And they were laughing, like drunk laughing on the floor from some of the stupid things that I say. And I still felt very awkward. What if at the end of the stream, one of them tell me, you know what, it was, I don't know, I felt uncomfortable and so on. Now at the end of the stream, We pushed, by the way, if to those who know the game, we went all the way to the first act, which took 5.5 hours.
Oh my
It's
gosh.
very heavy for them. For me, it's like nothing. And we did voice acting for everything. For them, it was a lot. They were almost dead at the end. It was definitely worth it. There's some amazing clips. But then at the end of the stream, I said something like, "Hey, do you want to schedule next time? Next time?" And Izu said something in the likes of, "Let's talk in DMs."
Okay.
And I'm staying the names because it ended up being just me being sensitive, right? When someone tells me let's talk in DMs, there's a red light bulb like, oh shit. What did I do? What did I say?
That's really funny because I say the same thing.
Yes, but with you, I know it's going to, if you have a problem, you will tell me.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
I don't know. What if I insulted a new person? I don't know, Luna.
That's true. It's different when it's someone new, and it's different when you've collabed with them on multiple occasions.
Yeah. New roses. And at the end of the stream, I go to the Discord and ask, so shall we do next time next week? And Luna immediately says yes. And I was like, phew, let's go.
Yeah, it's just that like those few minutes or few seconds of like going from the stream, going into the DMs, and then waiting for that anticipation of like, did this stream go well or did it just absolutely go downhill?
Mm-hmm. And then Izu said she can't because of studies or another promise collab. So I immediately go to wait. Is she saying that? Or maybe she doesn't want to do again? Because I had people who avoided scheduling because they didn't want to collab again. And they were uncomfortable saying that. It happened to me in D&D a lot. Because D&D I do it with groups of 5 people. And there's many people who say, I can't do it that day. Just you play without me. Play without me means they don't want to play D&D anymore. But they're embarrassed to say that. So they say, just play without me. It's okay. It's okay if you play without me. And I was like, is she doing the play without me? Or like, what's going on? So I asked Wednesday and she said, okay, Wednesday is okay. And we scheduled, just before the show actually, we scheduled for Wednesday. So thankfully, that ended up okay. But those kind of small moments happen to me every time I schedule with someone.
Yeah.
She's crazy, you know, and it's good that I said that because I see that my phone is open on the schedule on Google Calendar and I still didn't move them to Wednesday.
Like, you're saying that, and I'm just kind of thinking back to like, I am guilty of this. I am absolutely guilty of this. I have on multiple occasions when someone had asked me for a
Katsu,
what is this?
welcome.
Welcome in.
Katsu is
Welcome in.
Katsu is one of the first people ever to collab with me. Thinking like my first week of collabing, and she still collabs with me today. That's rare. I have like Katsu,
very rare.
Izu, Ero. That's the only people I believe that, and Miyu. The only 4 people that I collab with in my first week or 2 weeks, and I still collab with. It's really amazing.
That is really nice. I feel like there's very little people who, thank you for the stretch streams. There's very little people who I collabed with in the beginning that I still collab with now. Some of them are just busy. Some of them I just didn't click with.
Yeah,
and that goes back into like my points earlier of like, I am guilty of saying, I will say this. I am guilty of saying I am busy to collab with a certain person because I don't want to collab with them. I am guilty of that, absolutely.
I'm also, by the way, I'm also guilty of doing that.
I think we all are. It's just that we don't want to hurt the other streamer by denying that collab.
What am I going to say? I'm sorry, I don't know you. I don't want to collab. I've been told those kind of things. I don't like your energies. What do you say when you don't want to collab? Because sometimes you just don't want to collab with someone you don't know or you don't like.
Thank you for the hydrate.
If Katsu asked me for a collab, I would make time for her, for whatever. I would throw everything, all my schedule aside for her. Same with Nix. Same with other people that I know, that I trust, that I like. But someone random watched one stream of mine, goes to my DM and asks me for a collab. I don't know how to answer because there's no nice way to put this. I don't know who that person is, and I have priorities. I have a full schedule of other people that I would rather collab with.
The first person I ever reached out to collab said no. And you know what? They said no. However, they were very honest. They said, I am also a very new VTuber. I right now am only collabing and playing games with people who I'm very close with. But if you would like to get to know each other more before doing a collab, I would also be up for that. And so I said, no worries. I wanted to just test the waters. I'm also on the same page of just kind of getting to know the person before collabing with them. And then they ended up inviting me into their community. And through that, I found a lot of other streamers who I connect with so well to where I talk to them daily. I hang out with them a lot. And honestly, that connection would not have happened if I did not reach out to that streamer the first time.
It's fun to collab with others and all, but sometimes collabing with the trusted ones are so much better than being nervous and don't know what to say.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's true. Because like now with that streamer who said no to me, had I not like messaged them that first time and they said no, but then still like came back and said like, hey, you're a really nice person. I think if you want, you can join the Discord, and then that's where I met people. But those interactions don't happen unless one, you reach out, and two, the other person feels comfortable enough with you to say no, but then learn and come back and say yes. Fun fact, I still haven't collabed with that person yet. But I'm still part of their community, and I've made other great connections and other friends through there.
That's great. That's really good.
Like one thing to note from that is like it's okay to say no to people. It's okay to say I'm not comfortable with collabing with other people right now. I want to stick to a certain group. Or you can say, let's get to know each other first.
As painful as it is,
okay.
I would rather someone tell me no than someone tell me, let me check my schedule, or tell me your time zone, and then they ghost me. All kind of other avoiding answers, because I feel like I need to invest in someone who most likely will not answer. I have so many people ghost me because I reach out to a lot of people, and I'm talking hundreds. And
I believe it.
I would say, I mean, I got more than 250 collabs, I believe, people that I collab with in the last 6 months. So imagine how many people I reached out to. And the vast majority ignore me. Some people say no. Some people... today I get less no's because I have bigger numbers, to be honest. Although sometimes I get no's from the other, from the lower numbers, because they don't think that it's real, that someone with bigger numbers, it's like a scam. We talked about this. So
I thought so too.
Very small amount of people, like 1,000 below you, 1,000 above you, that you are allowed to collab with. And out of those people, I want to talk about the trusted friends. The concept of friendship is really elusive in the video game community. So I don't know. I used to call people my friends. Then I got backstabbed a few times, and I stopped calling people my friends. Then I got backstabbed again. Some people called me their bestie, and I got backstabbed. Google nipples, Alnichi.
Welcome in.
You reached in a perfect time, Alnichi. I've talked with Alnichi today. We chatted on Discord, for like, I don't know, 5 hours. doing other stuff. I feel so comfortable with Alnichi, and it came out of nowhere. And there's only a few people that I can actually call my friends. A few people in the video game community. Of course, I have a lot of friends in real life, right? That you meet in person and you talk with them a lot, and you know there's a weird saying in Israel, in the army, when you're in a tank, and I wasn't in a tank, but when you're in a tank, there's this weird saying that you know the fart smell of your friends.
Oh.
I don't know if they have that in other languages. Basically, it means that you know them so well that you can recognize the smell of their farts. So even though I didn't meet the following VTubers, I feel like I can recognize their fart smell. And in a way that I don't mean literally their fart smell, but I know their bad parts of their life. Larry can hear this. So a few examples. Nix, you, Alnichi, Aero, who I collab with every week the past, I don't know, 4 months or so, and Hibiki. And there is also Ella.Gamer and Misana. And there's probably others that I forgot. I'm sorry if I forgot you. These 6 are great examples of people that I've done a video chat with. I've played with them D&D. I've did tarot readings for them, tarot reading off stream sometimes. We chatted a lot, and I feel like they saw me in my worst, and I saw them in the worst. In some cases, right?
Yeah, and it's that sense of trust because
Mimic, know your farts. I know your farts.
Mimic has seen my bedhead.
I did. It's a serious topic. I better stop joking. No, give us a joke.
Vice versa.
What I wanted to say is that I made this tablet of these people, right? Hibiki, Ero, Nix, and Alchi kind of reached out to me.
Yeah.
Then Ella I met her through Miharu, but then we had one collab and that's it. And I kind of forgot about her. And then she reached out to me again. So like 5 people reached out to me. And Misana is the only one that I reached out to her. If I take all the other people that I know, it's people that I reached out. So what this teaches me, that in a way, the best people that you will meet is people that you vibe, you do your own thing, and they will come to you.
And the people who actually care and the people who want to stay will make an effort to stay and show that they do care.
Yes.
That is that's one of the biggest things is like the people who don't care are really just gonna take you at that moment as you are, face value, surface value, and after that they're just gonna leave it as is. They're not gonna go back, they're not gonna check in on you, they're not gonna do anything. It's just that one-time interaction and they call it done.
Yes.
But then the people who really do care are gonna take the time to make time for you, to see how you're doing, to see if you're okay, and continue to check in on you. And those are the people who you know truly care for you and value you as a person, and not just a picture, a model, a character on screen. They care for the person behind all of that.
There's a few big VTubers, I mean big, in like the 10,000s, some YouTubers, who would every once in a while post, who wants to collab with me? Leave the game that you want to play and we'll play it, and so on. And I've done many of those. I went there and offered to collab with many of those. Celeste, who I always mention, is the best example of she's like the only one who actually went with it. We actually collabed a lot. I just was playing Escape Simulator with her for her birthday. She does not invite people to collabs. She just doesn't do it. But she went to me and invited me specifically to be in her birthday. That's really gives me the feeling like we are. There's a lot of trust between us. She trusts me in a way. On the other hand, I have people who would ghost me for. I told Izzy yesterday when we looked for another person to join us for Doki Doki. I looked from my Discord and I told her, wait, because she knows a lot of boys and I know a lot of girls. And I was like, yeah, I looked through the list. I know who's going to answer now. I know who's going to answer next week. I know who's never going to answer. Because you already know that. And here's the worst part, right? And that's my the biggest problem with trust. There's the fake trust. And that's people who would constantly tell you, even on your stream, they come to your stream and say, hey, Mimic, when are we collabing? And I ask them for a collab many, many times. And like, just tell me when. Just DM me when you're available. Do it now. And then I do it. I'll do it. I swear I'll do it. There was one last week. I came to a stream and there's people I come to the stream like you, they immediately give you a shout out. Hey, that's Mimic. It's a shout out. You're so awesome. Oh my god, Mimic. When are we collabing? I'm like, DM me. I am available. And they said, I swear to God, I will DM you immediately after the stream. And I wrote in brackets, she won't.
Oh my gosh.
And she, no, this time I will, because it's like the third time she's doing it. This time I will, I swear, this time. And she didn't. I'm used to it. I have a list of people who I swear, this is so weird. I think of at least 5 names of people who every time I come to their chat or they come to my chat, every time they would tell me, Mimic, we have to collab. And I will say, DM me. And I will say, I will DM you right now. And they will not. And you said the magic words, make time. If you really genuinely want to collab with a person, you will make freaking time. Mm-hmm. You will make time. I wanted to collab with Peony and Alnichi and play Bad Mojo, the horror cockroach game last week.
Yeah.
You know when we did that?
It was so random. I saw that. I'm just like, was this part of the schedule?
We tried schedule, we tried everything, and we couldn't find a time. So I told the girls, let's do it today. And both of them were working like a long time. Alnichi had a 10-hour shift during the night. She ended up working at 8 a.m. And she was like, oh my gosh, I'll do it. For me, it was at 3 a.m. And the next day, I was supposed to wake up at like 9 a.m. for studies, for school. I said, I'll do it. And Peony, well, after a whole day of work, she was tired. She did it. All 3 of us, dead tired. We stayed there. We streamed together. We completed the game in 3 hours. We completed the game on stream. It's there in, I think it's in Alnichi's YouTube. If it's not, she would, goddamn, needs to upload it because it was a great stream. And that's an amazing example of trust.
It is.
And of people who will freaking make time because they're, you know what? I think I can speak in the name of Peony and Alnichi because I have more collabs with them coming. I think they wanted to collab with each other. And I definitely wanted to collab with them. And you know what? You limit yourself for 2 collabs a week, but we put aside the Thursdays and this Friday. Everything moves away. We will do this show every week. Because when you want to do something, you make time. Sorry, I haven't uploaded. Alnichi, go to your freaking video producer and click export. Do it now, Alnichi. Now.
Welcome, Ali.
Now. Welcome, Ali. Welcome.
And that kind of just goes into like the trust that we were talking about earlier too. Is like you trusted that I would wake up early to look over all of the stuff that we had talked about and set up, and that was one thing. Because then another thing is just kind of like I had to, because I care about the podcast a lot. I had to make the time to wake up. Did I sleep early? Not really, but I woke up early to do this because I wanted to. And I knew that we wanted to do this together. And that was one thing, is like we both really care for this a lot. And so we wanted to make this work. We had our little issues, like trying to pick a date at the beginning and then have like little bumps in the road, today being Friday, not Thursday. But we've still figured it out because we want this to work. We made the time for it to work out.
Exactly.
And that's really what's like the most important thing, is like we're both dedicated into making this work, that we will find time to make it work.
And you know what, Arrow, which I collab with him every week, we joke a lot. And to be honest, I'll be honest here, I did not appreciate Arrow as much as I appreciate him after this conversation. Because Arrow is working a lot every day. He works very hard. And he doesn't collab with almost anyone. And he collabed with me every single week. This week we collabed 3 times. He's saying no to anyone. I saw someone ask him for a collab during his stream, and he was like, "No, I'm not doing collabs." While he collabs with me, and it makes me feel so honored when I think about this. He's making time to collab with me.
That kind of goes back into our question of like hypocrisy earlier. It's like you're saying no to everyone else, but then saying yes to one person.
Oh, then he said, I collab only with Mimic. And he went to the, no, I collab with only Mimic. No.
Okay, that makes more sense. Like, that kind of goes into what we were talking about earlier.
Yeah.
Like, not to call anyone out, but
no, everyone's saying,
that was kind of our top.
He's saying it straight in the face. I collab only with, he's collabing with very few, it's me and Diana, and almost that's it. He said he's a really low social battery right now. He doesn't want to deal with new people. I am, on the other hand, I'm a gambler. I'm addicted to meeting new people. I want to collab with new people every single moment I can. He also said sometimes he would say that he collab with someone because they don't want to disappoint them. I would say that as well, but
I think many streamers would say that because they don't want to disappoint someone, especially
on stream, right? Let's do an example. Let's say Ali asks me, and Ali's super sweet. Let's say Ali asks me right now for a collab. What am I supposed to do? Like, I'm being put on the spot. Luckily, I feel a bit more comfortable with Ali. So a few times Ali asked me on my stream to play Minecraft with Ali, and I was like, hell no, I'm not playing Minecraft. No. Anyway, collab? No. And sometimes I'm saying no, and I'm like, no, Mimic is at Tsundere. Mimic is not collabing right now. No. Mimic is Minecraft. No. No Minecraft. No. The only person who will convince me to play Minecraft is a VTuber with 1 million followers. And they will have to shout me every 10 minutes.
Oh my gosh.
Because I know that if I start Minecraft, I'm going to be heavily addicted.
Really?
I don't want to... it's enough that I managed to get Genshin Impact out of me. I just... thinking of playing Minecraft or Apex or Valorant or all of these games.
Mimic, let's play Genshin. Let's play Genshin.
No, hell no. You know how many... Listen, if they add a skip button to text, a mute all characters, automatically skip all remove all text from the game, I will play. I will play to the death. I cannot. This is a boring game. I just randomly click on text, and I've been addicted to it for 2.5 years. 2.5 years? 2 years? How long has the game been now?
3 years.
Yeah, then 2.5 years, yeah. I started being a VTuber, no Genshin anymore.
No Genshin?
No Genshin.
I still play Genshin.
Yeah, I mean, you haven't been addicted for played for 2.5 years. Do daily tasks every day for 2.5 years. Pay $200, $300 for characters. And that's
I refuse to spend money.
Yeah,
that's my cutoff.
Don't spend money. No.
I refuse to spend money. That's the thing. Like, I do my dailies sometimes. But like, I still play here and there. Like, I read like just did the new update for that, and I'm like gonna go back on spring break to play for a little bit. But then, like, I know myself is like, I'm gonna play for a little bit, and then it's gonna be swept under the rug for like 2 months, and then I'll be back again in 2 months. You know,
I'll go back to the trust issue, and I want to be honest with Ali because I think that's a great exercise for me, because I want to learn how to say no properly. Okay, Minecraft is a good reason to say no, right? I don't want to, even if Nix offered me to play Minecraft, I said I'll make time for Katsu anytime, right? Katsu offers me to play Minecraft, I would say no, because I don't want to play Minecraft. But let's say Ali offers me to play, I don't know, my favorite game ever, a new game, and I don't know, and Ali buys me the game, right? Ali buys me Diablo 4, and I would still say probably no. And here's the reason. Ali, it's not you, it's me. Here's the reason.
Like, disclaimer, it's not you, it's me.
It's not you, it's me. Here's the reason. I have let me count. Tomorrow I have a D&D with 4 people. Then I have a Fall Guys collab with like hopefully 40 people, but we'll see. And then Sunday, I have one collab in the morning, 8 a.m. I'll have to be Nix. And then I have another D&D group at the evening. And then Monday, I have D&D group. And then Tuesday, I have 3 collabs. I have a collab with Solibani, I have a collab with Peony, I have a collab with Rafaela, a new VTuber I never met. One of them a new person. And then Wednesday, I have Doki Doki with Izu and Luna. And then Thursday, I have with Nix. And then I need to put Arrow in 2 places during this week because we're going to play Beacon Pines and Zero Escape. So That's about 15 people, excluding D&D players.
That's a lot.
Now, all of these people are professional streamers. What does it mean? It means that they have streamed for more than a month, almost every day. They know how to interact with audience. They know how to shout you out. They know how to, like this. I hate doing that when I'm a mod, but hey, this is my friend Mimic. Check him out, by the way. He's so awesome. He's doing this. He's doing that. Here's Mimic. Please follow him. Like, I can't even type my name. My God. It's embarrassing. Here's Mimic. Follow him. So yesterday is a good example. Sorry, I do it next.
You're fine.
Yesterday I did it with Izu and Luna. I shouted out Luna like crazy, non-stop. By the way, this is Luna. Check out our new friend who joined us like 30 minutes notice. Thank you, Luna. You're so awesome. And then every once in a while I would shout myself out. Not because I wanted followers. All of these followers are really meaningless. It's because I thought I wanted to teach Izu to do it. And I told her, Izu, you have to shout out your collab. You have to shout out the raiders. You don't trust the mods. You have to do it. Someone raids you. You've seen the raid we had. Immediately I went to shout them out. Because I feel like this is your responsibility as a streamer.
Yeah.
Now, completely new streamers who streamed once a month and never collabs. I'm going to be babysitting them, basically.
Mm-hmm.
And when I collab with Nix here, I feel like I need to do half the job because Nix is doing the other half of the job as a normal stream.
Yes.
Right? Let's say a bot goes on stream. Both Nix and I deal with it together. Let's say someone asks an embarrassing question on stream. We deal with it together. But if it's someone new, and I've collabed with new people, if it's someone new, I will have to do most of the work and the collab might be completely scuffed. And I've been in collabs where they started talking about drugs and other weird stuff, and I felt so uncomfortable I almost left in the middle. I've been in collabs where people actually shut up other people, like not shut out, like shut up, hey you shut up, I'm talking now. I've been in collabs that went completely lewd, and I can't take that chance anymore. Not because I care about my brand or whatever, because I don't want to. I don't want to be stuck.
Mm-hmm.
I've been a collab with someone who was supposed to be 2 hours. I invited them. They were talking about their depression and how nobody likes them and everybody hates them for the whole time. At the point that I had to tell them, oh, I have another I actually went to another friend I had, and I told her, I need your help. She was in chat. I need your help right now. I need you to get me out of here. And she said, yes, whatever you ask. And I said, oh, I happen to have this collab with Nix. Thank you so much for joining. It was scheduled like a month ago. I'm gonna move to the next collab. After that, I have this collab, that collab, and we did an improv just chatting collab. And in the meantime, I write to her in chat, thank God you're here. And I didn't upload that VOD because I don't want that on my YouTube. I had a collab with someone that their microphone was so bad I couldn't hear anything they say.
I've had a few like that.
Now, I hate talking about numbers, and it's very hypocrite because I collab with many people with basically no numbers. I have to start limiting myself. This crazy podcast. Hey, Matt Steele.
Welcome in, Maddie.
Maddie Steele. If you collab, wouldn't need to babysit me. I not only have mods, but I also mod myself. It's not just the mods, Ali. I don't know you enough. I just don't know you enough. Nix, I watched a few of her streams before that. I saw how serious she is. And it's not just you, Ali. I have so many people ask me and I don't know how to say no. I just don't know how to say no. And also, Ali, let's be honest. I invited you to D&D. First week we met and you canceled it 10 minutes before the D&D. And that's completely okay. 50% of the people cancel. But it looks unprofessional. That's the thing. You had a family emergency. You told me immediately and that was completely okay. That was completely. Actually, you did. No, you did the right thing. You apologized. You told everyone. That was the complete right thing, right? That's completely okay. Some people, God forbid, ghost me. And that's like the most horrible thing. If someone ghosts you, cancel a stream and ghosts you, that's like a big no. But you still cancel a stream 10 minutes before the stream. And I still don't know you enough. And it's just a pile of things. So maybe in time. Right now, though, I would rather stream with Nyx, for example, who I know that even if she doesn't have internet, she would stream with me.
I will make it work.
She will make it work. Right?
That is my proof of my dedication.
No,
I will make it work.
For defend Ali here, that's completely unfair. Ali had a family emergency. If Nyx has a family emergency, I would cancel the collab. I mean, it's obvious, right?
Yeah, and vice versa.
Yeah, obviously. If I have a family emergency, of course, it's not something fair, right? But but I had people who canceled with the weirdest reasons. I had people cancel with the weirdest reasons and disappear afterwards. Alnichi is a great example because she canceled twice and she felt so bad about canceling that she went immediately to my Twitch and subscribed. And I told her, no, Alnichi, you don't need to do it. And now she's like my best friend. But I had people who canceled a collab with me. We don't want to talk about this, but I sent. Was that the person? No, it wasn't the person. I've followed two big dramas in the small VTuber community this week. I don't think we're gonna talk about them. We don't have time either. I sent one of them to Nyx. It was a great read.
It was very interesting.
Very weird comments in all sides. One of those big dramas was a VTuber that I tried to collab with a few months ago. She would say yes, be very excited for the collab, and she would cancel the collab sometimes after the collab was supposed to start. I kid you not, 5 times. She would ghost me after every time. She would never give me any reason. Some of her reasons were completely weird. I'm not surprised she got into drama. I'm completely not surprised. And here's the thing. From her point of view, when you read the drama, it looks like she was 100% correct. The other people were completely in the wrong. She was correct. But when I go back, is it that the person? Because she changed the image. Is that the person? I went to my Discord and read my history with her. She freaking canceled a collab with me. After the collab was supposed to start 5 times. And I was stupid enough to try and do it 5 times. Like, when do you stop?
Yeah, the question is, when do you stop? I know there's some people who, if the person cancels the collab on them the first time, they say it's done. They say after the first time it's done. I know there's some people who... Yeah. There's some people who they give the person 2 or 3 tries. If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. I don't think I had any one ghost collabs before. Now I think about it, probably because I don't go chasing them. That's another thing too. It's just kind of like, sometimes it's very interesting when you have a collab with someone, they cancel, but then they come back and they chase you for the collab.
So this kind of happened, and then she canceled again after she scheduled with me.
Yeah, that's where that comes from.
I know, I don't think I had anyone ghost collabs before. Now that I think about it, probably because I don't go chasing them. That's the thing. I think I told Nyx before the stream. Every single person that I chased ended up being a bad choice. Do not chase people too much. If you chase after someone, and sub to Nyx right now, sub to Nyx, you get a kiss from Mimic.
What? You get a kiss from Mimic.
Kiss from my hat. Nom, nom, nom.
That's a lick, Ben. Not a kiss. That's a lick.
A lick.
He's tasting you. He's tasting you.
Yeah, if you chase after someone, I think every person I chased too much, I felt either they ended up ghosting me and not collabing me, or even worse, they would collab with me, but I would feel like they do it because they're nice, or like they pity me. And that's the shitty feeling when someone collabs with you, that they... Welcome back, Ali. I said if you subscribe to Nyx right now, you get a kiss from Mimic.
The kiss is a lick from his hat.
It's not the hat, it's me.
Yeah.
The body is a bit. But Ali, seriously, it's not that your family emergencies, it comes first, right? And Ali, to be fair, Ali did chase me after collapse. Ali constantly offers me to play Minecraft. so that's not the point. The point is that I'm very hard to get.
Yeah. What that had to do though. But it's another thing. Like Mimic, let me ask you, and I'll answer it as well. It's like, do you find that the people that you know now are people who either came to you / chased after you, or you chased after them? Like the people that you trust.
That's a very weird chemistry of like doing this game, like we do, like the same. You come to me, I come to you, like this game from both sides. You feel like there's a good conversation. You have stuff to talk about. It's kind of like dating in a way. It's completely different from dating because you end up with a collab partner, not a romance partner, but it's kind of the same as dating. You need to feel, listen, Alnichi, that I talked with her like 5 hours today we joke with each other. Arrow, for example, we joke in like the most lewd stuff, and we know it's just a joke. I'll Mimic marry me? No. I'm married to Valdis. I mean, it's open marriage, but I'm still married to Valdis technically. Sometimes you feel like this just natural conversation. Sometimes people will say hi, and that's it, and they will hope that you carry the conversation. And sometimes you will try to carry the conversation, like trying to talk about something, and they will not continue the conversation. And I think the moment Nix and I started talking about heart reading, there was a lot to talk about. It always carried the conversation. And when we started talking about Twitter drama and behind the scenes, immediately there's so much stuff we want to make a podcast.
Yeah. But then like in general, like, because you had mentioned a little bit before stream, is like the people who you always contact first aren't always people who stay, but then the people who come to you sometimes are the people who stay.
I do feel like the people who came to me stay more than the people that I chase after. Yes.
Why do you think that?
It's a very hard question. It's like some people get you, some people don't. If you stream and they watch your stream and they get you, then that's great. They will stay. And sometimes you chase after people. Sometimes you might be in love with someone, they might not be in love with you. Now, many people reach out to me. I say yes to those that I like in return, right? Those that there is the chemistry. Ali, for example. Sorry, Ali, I'm giving you an example. I don't know why. I cannot explain why I don't have the same chemistry with Ali that I have with Alnichi, for example. Both of them start with Al, right? With Alnichi, I have great chemistry. With Ali, less. I don't know why. I have no idea why. It's completely unexplainable. So, I do D&D with 200 people. And out of those, I get 5 people that I have an amazing chemistry with.
Yeah. That's kind of interesting. Maddie brings up, so Maddie brings up a good point. It's like, same thing here. Is like, I feel like it's actually very interesting, and it could be the gender difference too. I actually don't have people asking me for collabs.
Nobody asks you for a collab? What do you mean?
It's very, very, there's not many people who ask me for collabs. It's more of I ask people for collabs.
That is very unique, usually.
It is, yes. It could be that people are nervous. I don't know why, but I feel like a lot of the times when I'm doing collabs with someone, I'm the one who set it up. I'm the one who reached out to the person. I'm I'm the one who reached out to the person. I was the one who set up the time, asked them if the date was a good one, the time. We discussed the game, but I feel like the very few collabs that someone asked me to do, for some, well, actually I know the reason. I was uncomfortable with them asking me for a collab.
You know, sometimes they won't ask for a collab. They will start trying to get into slide into your DMs, get into a chat, because they don't know how to invite you to a collab. I'm going straightforward. Hey, do you wanna? I'm straightforward. Hey, do you wanna collab with me? That's it. If say no, I go to the next person. Some people will just say hi, how are you doing? Oh, how's your day going? I'm like, it's great. How's your day? It's great. And that's it.
Yeah, so it's really interesting. That's why, like, when I reach out to collab with someone, like, I'm very intentional. Actually, let me rephrase that. At the beginning, the people who I reached out to with collabs, some of them worked out, some of them didn't. And now that I think about it, is the people who reached out to me for a collab in the beginning, it was fine, but I haven't collabed with them since. And you know, that's okay, because we didn't vibe, we didn't get along all too well. And it was when they had asked me to collab. But now I'm much more intentional with who I want to collab with. Like, now I'm collabing with people who I haven't collabed with yet. I've been in their streams, they've been in my streams. I know their personality, I know their humor, I know what games they play. Like, I want to make sure the person who I collab with is someone who I'm going to have fun with collabing now. And so now it's just kind of like, if someone were to reach out to me to have a collab, I would probably wait on it before collabing with them, just to see how well we get along.
Same here. Harry No Burger, hello, happy Friday. Hope the stream goes well.
Happy
yes,
Friday.
it goes amazing. By the way, Nix, are we supposed to end in 10 minutes, or do you want to stay more?
I can continue for like another 30 minutes.
Okay. Especially with how small I am, it's scary. It's scary to ask people, because I just feel like I wouldn't be worth the time. Yes, when I was really small, when I just started, it was really scary asking people. I kept asking nonstop, and I got many people to say no, until Wanchan Miu was the first one to trust me and go blind with me in a collab. And I was the second person ever she collab with. And we were both, I remember, 24 hours before, I got a stomach ache. I couldn't do anything. I was a nerve wreck. I was so anxious.
Oh no.
An hour before the collab, we did a call to test everything. And immediately when I heard her voice, it was bliss. It was, oh my God, that's a normal person. That's a good person. And we collab until today. We collab until this day. She's an amazing person. And every time I go to her stream, she shouts me out immediately. she's so adorable. But many people said no for various reasons. And many people I collab with, and then they disappeared. And I don't know if they disappeared for their reasons or because they don't want to collab with me after all.
And I think with that is, like, when it comes to collabs and like reaching out to people, I think one thing that's really important is establishing that connection you have with that person. Because I remember distinctly, one reason why you reached out to me first was because I was a somewhat active chatter in your streams. And you said that you felt as if there was that communication back and forth because I was in your streams. I was chatting. I made an effort to talk with you through your streams. And then you watched my streams, my VODs, and you felt that it was okay to reach out to me, which it completely was. I'm going to say now, and this is to everyone in general, like, it's okay to reach out to people. It's okay to be denied a collab. Just
okay
don't go in. And it's okay to deny, but it's not okay to go into someone's DMs, be creepy, be lewd, send photos that they are not asking for. And honestly, just even using them as clout. Yes. Like I said before, I was very shocked that Mimic had reached out to me first, but then I was the one who said, let's do a collab in the future. And then Mimic kind of pulled the card and said, you want to do it right now?
That's
we
what I
kind
do
of
usually.
played off of each other.
We
kind of played off of each other.
I had the in the future. Misa, first time I wanted to collab with her. She just looked at the DM recently. She said, okay, let's do it. I'm free in like November or something, which was 2 months later. I was like, I'm not going to schedule a collab right now for 2 months in the future.
My thing is like, if I say like, get back to me in like 2 weeks, I will be the one reaching out within 2 weeks because I said, give me that time.
Yeah.
But then like, I only schedule things for like the coming week.
Many people, by the way, tell me stuff like, let me get back to you in a week or a few days. And they won't come back. And actually, I can't think of a single person who said, let me get back to you and actually came back to me. And when I don't know, with you, I just... Did you even say that? I don't remember that.
I did.
I don't know. I don't expect people to come back anymore. I used to go back after a few days to the person, hey, are we still up with the collab? At one point, I'm like, okay, she's never gonna come back. But you actually did, so that's great. Good girl. It's very responsible. That's very professional. I think I told you that. One of the first big impressions I got from you is that you are mature, professional, adult, responsible. And that's really important things that many VTubers don't have. I'll get a better experience here. So I had someone join in one of our streams who kept taking over the stream. They weren't streaming and even played copyright music and made multiple jokes and topics, illegal topics, and even after I said stop, continued. I had, unfortunately, a similar experience and I ended up muting them on Discord, while what we should have done is just remove them from the voice chat. Just kick them out. And deal with the repercussion after the stream.
It is, and it's okay to do that because at the end of the day, it's your own stream.
It's your stage.
Own stream. If you're doing a collab with someone and it's only on their channel, that's different because you're only on their channel. However,
you're the guest.
You're the guest. However, if you're streaming on your own channel, doing what you want on your side, you're still talking with your chat, you're still having that connection on your end. You can do what you want on your side because it is still your stream and you still have control. Just because they're coming in and they're saying these comments doesn't mean that you have to sit there and tolerate it, because you're not the only one tolerating it. Your community is also listening.
Yes.
And if you're uncomfortable with it, chances are your community might also be uncomfortable. But they just don't want to say anything.
It's your responsibility as a professional streamer to get rid of problematic stuff, especially if it's copyrighted music that actually ruins your stream. Someone does that, you kick them immediately, and if they don't understand, you tell them, you did this, that's against my streams, I don't want to collab with you. End of story. And they will be angry and they will block you, and you're in the right. Professionalism should translate to any job, reflects on both parties. So close to 300, I'll show you. Nix is on 295. God, 5 more followers. Anyone who's not following Nix, do it right now. Right now. Shout out
Podcast
Nix.
is going well, Lazu.
Shout out Nix. Gonna get it. If not today, then tomorrow. You're gonna get it so close. Oh my god. It's gonna be high.
Oh, Lazu, thank you for that. My clips don't work.
Woo! I'll do a clip. I'll do a clip of Nix. Wow, the precious! The precious, I will freeze. Wow.
Wait, I think we actually do have the roar one.
Only 2 followers left? Let's go. Thank you, Leslie, for the 100 beats. 2
Thank
followers.
You for the
Nix.
Oh my gosh, I am not ready. I'll come back with the stream later today, actually.
Yeah, she's gonna do a cry stream. By the way, my friend Nix is live if you want to raid her later.
Oh, definitely. I'd love to rate myself. I'd love to rate myself. I don't know how to do that. If you could teach me, Mimic, that would be.
I will.
I would be so grateful and how to teach me how to rate myself.
Looks like I'm a little late. Now we have like 30 more minutes. It's fine. We're talking about the cool stuff. We had a really cool answer for a question from Matti. Where is it?
Maddie, yes.
How do you guys feel about friend mods versus paid mods or consistent viewer mods?
There's paid mods.
Yes. If you're if you make enough money from streaming, you expected to pay your mods, and then they are treating it like a professional job, and they be there every time, and they do like it's work time, right? We don't have money to pay mods, obviously. I tell this to all my mods. One day, I wish that I will be able to pay you, because that means that I make enough money. Obviously, when I won't have 30 mods like I do now. I just want to see people with a sword in my chat. It makes me like, hey, I'm not alone here. I have someone who's kind of streaming with me. And sometimes they save my butt when someone writes something nasty on stream. I also see that mods watch my streams more, and they and also it kind of gives me the feeling I can collab with them easily. Then again, there are people that I gave them mods and then they disappeared. So maybe I should take the mod away. I don't know. So that also happens. Basically, complicated situation.
Yeah.
Whatever you can, you do.
I guess my question for you, Mimic, actually, that is branches off of Maddie's question is, I noticed that you tend to make a lot of people mods in your channel.
Mm-hmm.
How do you know to pick, or how do you know to have them be a mod?
So my first mod was Arrow after I got raided by 40 people when I was just started streaming. And I had no idea what to do, and Stream Elements started banning people. And Arrow was there, and he's a professional streamer for a few years, like 7 years in the Portuguese community, and now he started in English. And he said, mod me, I'll help you. I modded him. It was my first mod. I didn't want mods at all because I didn't want other people to be involved. I felt like mods will, they could turn on you one day. And Arrow did an amazing job. He sorted everything out. And then he started teaching me how to be a better streamer and taught me all kind of codes and commands and so on. I can't imagine myself knowing Twitch like today without him. And one day I felt like, after, I don't know, like 3 or 4 months, that Arrow was enough. I felt like maybe it's time to get more mods. And I didn't know which people to put as mods, so I started putting people that either clipped me a lot or people that I saw return to my stream every once in a while. So I gave them mods, but some of these people just didn't return after a while. They're like, there was 2 weeks that they were in my stream every day, then one day they're gone. And after a month, they like return and say hi and gone again. And then I started recognizing people that not only visit my stream or lurk in them usually, but also people that I really truly love and want them around. People that I actually trust, which brings us back to the trust question.
Yeah.
And that's how I get mods like Valdis and Peony and Alnichi and Nix.
I will say I was very shocked when you modded me.
Felt like, you know what? I can trust my soul with that person. And I don't care if you don't. I'm doing the mods job, let's be honest. I'm faster than my mods usually. I have this competition with my mods. Who's gonna shout out first? Who's gonna block spammers first? I'm usually faster than my mods because I love to do it. I love to do the job myself. Yeah. I think it's my responsibility, unless if I'm overwhelmed. But I still feel like Nix is there, Alnichi is there, Peony is there. I'm not alone. I'm not alone.
I'm a lurker. I'm a lurker. That's it.
But you're still there, I'm not alone. There's someone with a soul. It's somewhere there, and just I love the feeling. It's great.
It's a nice feeling. I know. It's very funny because I actually had this conversation with someone. I said, I'm still a small streamer. I don't need to have any mods. And as soon as I said that, as soon as I said I don't need any mods, that night I had to mod someone because I didn't know what I was doing.
Two things. First, Herman Burger. I like that you have your own community within a community in your mods, and sometimes like a mod chat or a game on with only my mods. We played what was it? Solitaire. Me and like 9 mods in my stream. And it's not that they view me because they're mods. It's they're mods because they view me a lot. Auntie says I don't even do mod job in your stream, but I just have the title. Yes, exactly. You don't need to do anything. I just want you to have the sword. It's, I don't know, makes me comfortable. Like the ultimate trust. I trust you with power over my stream.
Yeah. And like I pick my mods and I make sure that they want to, one, be a mod, and two, are okay with it. Because I've definitely had the two people who are currently my mods. Well, I have more than two. 2 people who are currently my mods, they had asked me the first time if they could be a mod, and I couldn't tell if that was like them just trying to be nice, so I waited for them to ask again if they really wanted to be it, because in my thought process is if they say it once, it could be they say it for stream. I can't be sure. But if they go and they say it again, then I go and I text them and I say, hey, are you still interested in being a mod? You've mentioned it a couple times now, and I just wanted to confirm with you one more time. I don't force anyone to be a mod. If you want to be a mod for me, reach out to me and we'll talk about it. But there's also a lot of background into my mods, actually, because there's been a lot of issues.
Yes.
And so I have a server for just mods in my Discord channel.
And for example, a case where I blocked someone because they were advertising themselves nonstop in my streams, and I just had it. And one day, one of my mods goes and send me a message and say, "Mimic, I see someone, like a usual viewer in the ban list. Why is that?" And I explained to them, and they understood it. But then I kind of figured, wait, my mods can see who I blocked. Like, it's kind of putting them in my underwear drawer, you know? So it's a bit more private than what I thought.
It is.
And I remember 2 cases of people asking to be my mods. And I remember a case where I made someone a mod and they didn't want to be a mod. So I modded someone. And they asked me, why am I not a mod in your Discord as well? And at that point, I didn't have like 10 people in my Discord. And I thought, it's different. I need a mod in Twitch. I don't need a mod on Discord. And it was like, no, you need both. It's unfair that you give me this power and responsibility, but then you don't really do it. Hey, Thunder Raiden. An army of 1, let's go.
We love it. Welcome in, welcome in.
Better
if I can do this, that'd be great. Thank you. There we go.
Faster than the streamer.
Wait, why isn't this working?
Because I did it. You're absolutely beautiful right now, Nix. It's so beautiful and adorable right now. Let's go. Also, Nix needs like 1 more follower to reach 300. Please, if you're not following Nix, follow her right now. Right now. Make sure my 2 mods actually want to be mods. Yes. So I ended up unmodding that person. And apologizing that I put this responsibility and pressure on them. Now when I mod someone, I tell them, you don't need to be anything. You don't need to be a mod. I'm just giving you a sword. Have fun. You don't really need to be a mod. But saying that, the moment my mod is going to ban someone for fun, which I've seen happen in other people's streams or like at the gameplay, they're unmodded immediately. I hate power abuse so freaking much.
Yeah, and that's one thing that you have to, if you have mods, is you have to understand that they have a certain amount of power in their hands. But then you also have to have power over them in the sense of like, you need to trust them enough to be able to know that they're going to do the right thing, but also not take that power, not take over your stream essentially.
Yes, still you're the manager, the principal.
And that's one thing that's really important. And that's also one reason like why I have told my mods, like, you guys know me well. You guys know what I like and don't like. And so what you guys do, if you time someone out, if you ban someone, I will trust your judgment because you guys know me well. And that's the difference. And also, because like my mods aren't people who are new. They have known me almost since the beginning.
That's amazing. That's really good. Because my community is kind of built on many collabs. I don't feel like I have many viewers who know me since the beginning. I like to lurk on streams. I refuse to look at their chat while I'm streaming, so I don't talk to their chat. I had something I wanted to say, but I forgot. No. Another thing is that there are two people that asked to be a mod that I can remember right now. One of them asked out of nowhere after she wasn't in my streams for a while, and I asked her, well, you want to be my mod, you have to tell me why. You have to come to my DMs and now we have to give you an interview. We have to talk in a voice chat because I never heard her voice. And she never answered. She went away. And then another person asked to be a mod, and after a week of him being in my streams for a while, I gave them a mod, and now he barely appears in my streams. So
it's very interesting because I feel like it's actually very interesting that you mentioned it like that, because I'll tell you my perspective of how I felt after you modded me. I personally kind of felt, even though like I'm a common lurker, I felt as if I had to like lurk more. But that was just me. So I wonder if like the people who don't come back feel as if because they have been modded, they have been given this task. And so now they don't want to come back because they don't want to have to do that task. I
tell you about that one person that I modded. The others usually come back, but I don't feel like they, I don't know. That's a good thing. It's a good thing that you say. Do they feel more obligated to be in my streams because they're a mod? I only say that Elboim because I don't want to steal their chat's attention to me. What do you say? I like to stream,
I'm also
but
confused.
I refuse to look at their chats. I like to lurk streams, but I refuse to look at their chat while I'm streaming. Oh, so you don't so just lurk without being in chat.
Yeah. Which makes sense. Because sometimes the other person's chat doesn't vibe with you, and so they just stay in their main streamer's chat, which is completely okay. And then sometimes they do vibe with you and they pop over to your chat.
Ali said something interesting. I felt the complete opposite. When Izu modded me, I chat more. I saw Ali in Izu's chat. Ali chats a lot now that Ali is a mod. And I have another example. Anton in my chat. Anton found me on Twitch out of nowhere. And he's been, I think, one of my the most active chatter. Anton chats in my stream nonstop. I felt like that is finally like the first time I got this ultimate viewer. And I modded Anton, and Anton would keep my chat alive even if it's only him watching. That's amazing. Really amazing.
I've noticed that too. And like, I think it really just depends too on your community, because I know some people aren't okay with a ghost chat. Some people aren't okay with that. Some people aren't okay with lurkers either, which is actually very interesting. Because they feel as if the chat's interaction is what's keeping them going, which I personally feel as if you're a streamer and you're playing your games, you can't constantly be looking at chat. You're gonna miss messages. You're gonna miss things that people say, which is normal. And so I'm comfortable when I'm playing a game and chat is not saying much, because I know that maybe they're lurking, maybe they're doing something else. Because most of the time when people are watching your streams, they're also multitasking.
Yes.
They're most likely multitasking.
Some people will multitask while they are streaming themselves. Nix.
I do that. I have many screens open. I have many tabs. The amount of times that I've watched you while I was working, Mimic, a ton.
No, I mean,
because
you chat with, with me while you are streaming.
happens sometimes. Like, okay, that in itself shows me like, because yesterday, because the podcast was supposed to be yesterday. That didn't happen, so I went to do my normal morning stream because I normally stream Thursday mornings, and so because I'm very busy Tuesday and Wednesday, so I don't stream those 2 days. And so I come back Thursday to stream. And normally I stream at night, but because my sister's debut was last night, I chose the morning.
Yeah. Can you give a shout out to your sister just to get some more followers?
I can.
Because I forgot the username. Quig.
No, you would not be able to spell it. I need to fix this.
Queen Lee. Queen. How do you write that? How do you say that?
So it's Cleary. However, I made the joke that it sounds like Clefairy.
Oh, Queen Clary, like Clefairy.
Mm-hmm.
Queen Clary.
Yeah.
Queen Clary.
There you go.
Clary. Also, Nix, when you do a shout out, you always want to use the / shout out command, because then will allow the viewers to follow without leaving your stream, basically.
Oh, wait, show me how to do that.
/
I'm learning.
shout out. And then the username. You can only do it once per 2 minutes. So now you can't do it for 2 minutes because I did one for Queen.
Okay.
So if you get multiple shoutouts, you have to do the SO. But if you get one person to shout out, like a raider or a collab partner and so on, you use the /, then people on the phone, for example, can click follow without leaving your stream, which is very convenient.
Hold on, I'm writing this down.
Because you don't want people to leave your stream during that. And it also increases the chance they follow them because they don't want to leave your stream. So what was it? Ali said something important. Mimic, I took your advice to hide in the view count and it helped me a lot. Yes, I also sometimes I have to look at it right all the time because it's just addicted to it. But if you can hide it, subscriber number, viewer number, following number, you can hide the numbers. It's much better. And for the ghost chat, Nix, I see many people who debut and they have 30 viewers, 100 viewers, 200 viewers, and they're like, flowered with gold. They don't know what it is to stream to a ghost. Even you don't know really what it is to stream to 0 viewers for 2 months. Ali knows that, for example.
I don't.
What you do is just you stream like there is 1,000 people in the chat. You constantly talk to them. You talk about your day, you talk about the game, you talk to chat like, hey, thank you for this question. Oh yeah, that's a good question. So they ask about my blue hair, right? Nobody asked that, but I say like someone, I imagine someone in chat asking that. And that's an ability to develop after you watch a lot of VTubers and you see them answering to real people, you can get the gist of the questions.
Yeah.
Found out VTubers chat are easier to interact with, not only the streamers themselves, but the other chatters are always polite. Arrow, Mimic, and Emmet have been my first exposure to VTuber Twitch, and you guys have a great community. That is so precious, Sarah Neberger. Thank you so much. One of my biggest objectives is to have a wholesome, supportive, and loving community. Anyone who's an asshole, I get rid of them as fast as I can. Because I don't want to deal with that at all. And I don't want my viewers to see that. And anyone who's bad, the fish stinks from the head. Anyone who's dealing with shitty viewers, it's because they are most likely not doing a good job. But
it's
we learn,
interesting for sure.
Of course, there's always rare cases, right? Every once in a while you find a rotten apple. But if your entire community is shitty people, then that just show you something about the streamer. If you look at Nix, the people in chat right now, adorable, amazing, supportive people. That shows you something about Nix. He's a Nix, sweetie, cutie pie.
Actually, I kind of want to build off of that. Because you make a really good point. Because the people who, whether it doesn't matter whose community it may be, but the streamer and the viewers are sometimes similar because they're there because 1, they enjoy you, 2, they get along with you, or 3, they enjoy your personality and the content that you give them.
Mm-hmm.
And so the community is there because they want to be there. And so
yes, Ali, we're both recording this.
Yes. And so the community is a good reflection of there's a good way the reflection of the streamer can be reflected through the chat. Is basically what I'm trying to get at.
Mm-hmm.
And so you can tell whether or not you can tell what kind of streamer the person is just by looking at the chat. Like, is the chat being very lewd? Okay, we have a lewd tuber. Is the chat being
polite or pure?
Polite. You probably have a really polite streamer.
Mm-hmm.
In my case, people like to make sussy comments.
Mm-hmm.
We can guess for two reasons. Is one, I am either maybe closer to a lewd tuber, or I might make a lot of jokes. Or there's the other option of I am a Seiso streamer. And so those jokes might not click to me right away, as we have viewed and noticed and understood. But you can tell what kind of streamer it is by their community.
Yes.
And it's very interesting.
I know a vTuber who they constantly complain that their chat is very rude and making jokes off of them, but that streamer is doing that to chat the whole stream.
Mm-hmm.
I told them, you do that, your chat reflects you. And they say stuff in the likes of, I can do it, my chat can't. When I do it, it's funny. When my chat do it, it's not funny, it hurts. Your chat reflects what you do.
Yeah, your chat is pretty much like a mirror of you. How you see your chat is how they see you.
Also,
and how they respond to you and react to you is basically the same thing. Yeah.
Also, your children, to those who have children or will have children, people around you will reflect what you do.
Mm-hmm.
I work with children for many years. I see that if a child is annoying, probably came from their parents, and I see that. You see that with their parents immediately. If a child is smart, it's from the parents. If the child is nice and sensitive, it's from the parents. If a child is a bit aggressive, it's from the parents. You see that when you work with children. And it's kind of like the same, you know? You're the parent.
Mm-hmm.
You're the mommy, Nick's mommy.
I've heard that too many times.
Mommy, Nick's mommy, ooh.
It's really funny because I actually had one person ask me if I was okay with being called mommy, and I said I find it as a joke. I find it as a joke, which is why I don't care. I don't care if you call me mommy. I find it as a joke.
Ali says it's from you heard it from me. Ali's here, self-exposing.
Self-exposing. Like, honestly, even I have a real life situation where someone has given me has actually given me a really interesting nickname that is very questionable. However, I know them, I know their humor, and I know them like personally to where the point where like I know that they mean it as a joke. And the first time I heard it, I started holding my stomach laughing. But then the second someone else heard it, they questioned the whole entire situation.
Mm.
And so it also really depends on the situation too, actually not situation, but like the name. Because for me, when I hear Mommy Nix, I think there's no way that this is a reflective of who I am in any way possible. That it's just it's so ridiculous that it's funny. Whereas if I were to call someone else mommy, which I wouldn't much, I don't think so.
You can try. You can call me mommy from now on.
Mimic.
No, mommy.
Mimic.
Mommy.
Mimic.
Ma.
Me.
Ma.
Me.
Ma.
Ma.
Me.
Mick.
Mummy. Let's try something else. Papa.
Mommy, Nix, and Daddy Mimic streaming today.
I'm not a daddy, I'm a papa.
Or as I said on your Twitter, One-chan.
One-chan. Where did that come from? One-chan. You know how many Nix kind of gives up sometimes. You know how many times she promised to or hints that she's gonna show me her fit? Right, I walk into the last 10 minutes of our VTuber, what is this called? Nameless VTuber podcast. We got let's end with a positive thing. You have a positive?
Should we go back to our 3 things to take away from the stream?
Yeah, I love it. 3 things to take away from the stream.
Things.
Yeah. That'll be the tradition.
3 takeaways.
Let's
I like that. I really did like that last time.
My words. 3 takeaways. So let's see. What's your 3 takeaways from today?
I would say for sure, be comfortable in your own skin. I think that's definitely a big one. Just be comfortable with who you are. It's okay to say no.
Oh, that was I wanted to say that as well. Let's go. Okay. It's okay to say no. Collabs are guaranteed and shouldn't be forced. Be comfortable with yourself.
What's another one?
I'll give mine. I'll give number 4. Don't chase people. The moment you feel like you're chasing someone, you're doing something wrong. Don't chase after people. If you ask once and they say no, it's over. Gone. Move to the next.
I have my third one.
Mm-hmm.
Don't buy friendships.
Oh, that's a good one.
Don't buy your friendships.
You really can't, to be honest. People don't wanna. Just doesn't feel good, you know? I wouldn't want to be a friend with someone who pays money for me to be friends with them. No. Let's see, what do we talk about? Hypocrisy, trust, how you meet your trusted friends. You know what? Oh, we talked about the smash or pass thingy as well. I would say 5 would be don't. No, I'll be very careful, and it's very generalizing, but stay away from lewd. And I know that I wouldn't be able to do it. Let's go with lewd people. Stay away from lewd people in general. Unless otherwise. Unless very specific people.
Yeah.
So.
Because I don't think I could ever. I mean, like, there's definitely a couple of, like, NSFW streamers that I do collab with. The only reason for that, though, is I got to know them before I saw them as a streamer.
I'll correct to stay away from overly lewd people.
Yeah.
Someone's overly lewd, stay away. And number 6 would be well,
because sometimes they do go too far.
It's okay to say no. You said it. I want to say it again because it's that important.
Yeah.
I'll fix it too. You have to say no.
You have the option to say no.
I think you have to, as in, if you feel like you need to say no, you have to say no. Don't leave people hanging. That's what I'm trying to say.
That's another good one, is don't leave people hanging.
I'll fix it. Don't leave people hanging. So if you need to cancel, tell people.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's okay to say no, but don't ghost people. Ghosting is horrible. And it's great that we didn't talk about the drama that was on Twitter.
We
this
can
week.
save that for next week.
It won't be relevant
But
next week.
That's true. I'm pretty sure there's gonna be more drama
There's
next
gonna
week.
be another one, yeah.
There's just gonna be more drama next week.
I'll just say that the dramas that I've seen this week on Twitter, very fun to read about them. Never comment. I sent to Nix and I told her, do not comment or like any of the posts, because you like or comment, you mark yourself on one side and then the other side will hunt you.
Yeah, it was the first thing. It was like, before he even sending the screenshot, he was like, do not like, do not comment, just look at it.
Oh, that's a great question, Harry Burger. Will there be another podcast? Nix, do you want to answer?
Episode 3 will be next week, Thursday at 7 a.m. CST, 1 p.m. GMT on Mimic's channel. And we might have a guest speaker next week.
We might have a guest star, yeah. Every Thursday, 1 p.m. GMT. Today was Friday. Rarely it's going to be on Fridays or Wednesday, but usually it's going to be Thursday, 1 p.m. GMT, 7 a.m. CST. We are going to tweet it the day before, and the next day it's going to be on my channel next time, and then the time after that with Nix's channel. Here's my channel. So we're going to go back and forth
between channels.
Yes. That is MS Elboim channel. Throwing 3 cents at Nix. That's the oh yeah, let's go. Thank you for the cents, Nix. They give him something that worth 3 cents. Yeah, a smile, Nix. Give him a smile.
I'll give you a wink.
A wink, let's go. Also, Nix is on 298 followers.
No. Okay, I have to work on something today then.
So freaking close. Nix is gonna have to prepare something for the 300.
I do have something prepared for 300. I'm not ready for it.
Burger, we have so much more things we want to cover for the next. We have a huge list of topics. We covered half of what we wanted today. I think we cover usually 5 topics out of the 10 every week.
Because we actually had a list of 10 for last week, but we only got through 5. So we continued those 5 today. But then we had 5 more that will continue next week. And then we'll still have, we'll still have more. So chances are we'll get through about 5 topics, and whatever we don't finish, we'll move on to the next week.
And we always have a Joker topic for the audience stuff. Second.
Yeah, so it's going to be at the same time so that a lot of people will be awake or right about to go to sleep at this time. And so it's a nice thing to either listen to while you're getting ready for school, work, life, or just something to relax to going to sleep.
We get people from Asia, we get people from the middle, Europe, everyone basically. So it's a good time. It's a good time. A little bit early to wake up to, but you know what? The dedication is what I am at. I am dedicated to this. If you're a vTuber and you got a vTuber podcast to listen to while you wake at 7 a.m. and you make a good healthy breakfast, and that's something we should talk about next week. Healthy VTubers, fitness streams, veggies, hydrate, redeems. I feel like I'm being called out. Posture, check. I'm being called out. Do you touch grass? That's gonna be the question. Does snow count? I can't touch grass right now. Like, it's physically impossible to touch grass. I can touch snow. Or are you a healthy streamer? There's so many conversations that could come out from that. Yeah, it's gonna be a big one. And because I think we did have VTubing demands, like the physical, mental, emotional. We've actually had that was supposed to be for last week as well, but I guess we're pushing that into week 3. Put it for next week, next to
We'll put
this
for
one.
next, yeah.
We got a lot of interesting stuff for next week.
Yeah, I can only catch snow right now, and it's snowing. I can like just reach outside right now and just touch some snow.
Let's go, snow. No, what have I done?
I'm just watching you edit the document.
Let's go. Okay.
Okay, so this is just going to be a stupid question on my side. When I raid out, what happens with the guest host or guest star?
We will find out very soon.
Okay.
I guess it just closes it.
Does it?
I don't know. Do you have someone to raid?
I do have someone to raid.
Now, I need you to put the link in your chat as well. Because recently there has been some issues with Twitch and some raiders fall behind. So if you fall behind, we're gonna give you the link to that person. And now when you go there, please refresh the page so that it can count you as a lurker. Actually see on my recommended channels right now, someone that canceled a collab with me 3 times.
Oh, really?
Yep. And then like a few weeks ago, she raided me for the first time ever. After like half a year after we scheduled the first collab and she cancelled it. It's unbelievable sometimes.
I want to say that I wrote this right.
Let's hope you did.
And so we are going to go ahead and raid out to evil. And the reason why I want to raid out to evil actually is evil is a voice tuber actually, but his streams are very much podcast like. He just continues to talk. He talks as if it's a podcast. And I love that. And so I think that would be a great way to transition this. If I could spell his name. So thank you, Mimic, again for joining me on my channel. We'll see you on your channel next week. And thank you everyone who has joined us today for the second episode of the Nameless vTuber podcast. We will see you guys next week on Mimic's channel. I don't think we can hear Mimic.
Oh, I've been muted for some reason. What's your thank you. What's your next stream, or what do you do after this?
I'm probably gonna get some breakfast/lunch, do some chores, get some assignments out of the way, and I'll probably be back later in the afternoon or evening to play some more Little Nightmares.
Let's go and
so
celebrate.
I really want to finish that game.
And celebrate 300. Let's go. She can
I'm working on something for 300.
She can
yes, we might be doing. Depending on if we hit 300 today, we might be doing that tonight. We might be doing that another day this week. We will see.
I'm not gonna stream today, but tomorrow, like 24 hours from now, we're gonna stream. And what is that? What is the blink? Did you get something? A follower?
Miyako Eka, welcome to the party.
Welcome. Wait. Oh, that someone followed me. Never mind. Thank you.
I was like, what? I don't see anything.
Sorry, I heard the blink. I was like, oh, what's going on? Miyako Eka, thank you. Welcome. I heard a blink, and then I heard welcome to the party. The TTS goes, welcome to the party. Damn right. Sorry. Out of nowhere, I thought it was Nyx.
I was just like, wait. Am I blind? I know my glasses aren't on, but like. Because
my OBS is open to record.
Oh.
I want to say that I'm gonna stream 24 hours from now, and we're gonna play some D&D. After that, at 9 p.m. GMT, I'm going to do a huge VTuber Fall Guys collab. Fall Guys is free on Epic Store. If you want to, you can just join us. We're gonna do a costume lobby. We have to get 40 VTubers, and you might see your favorite VTuber in there. Maybe Nyx will be there. Oh my God, Nyx, you're gonna Fall Guys.
I will let you know. I will look at my time. I might be able to join. I might not be able to join. We will see.
You don't even need to let me know. If you can, just be there.
Okay. All right, guys. We will see you next time.
Oh,
I hope you guys get sent over with the raid.
Do you have a raid command? A raid.
I don't. Do we want to make a raid command?
Something like this.
I don't normally have a raid command.
A raid catchphrase. Nyx raid.
Nyx raid.
Bye everyone. Thank you.
See you. See you guys next time. Bye-bye.
Bye. I'll be back.